good gracious, happy Monday! Oh me, oh my. Edward, I'll do. It is Minecraft today. It is. I sort of promised it on Friday, and then this Friday, I intend to build a city. But you never know. You never know. Yo, Grant, I'll do. Nap, do you mind hushing and trying to apply for a job? Who applies for jobs anymore? Who needs a job? Just sit there and look pretty like me, and then they pay for things for you, and easy. Oh, job. And don't forget to use Twitch Prime to subscribe to the channel. Oh my god. But yo. Hey, random. I'll do. Yo. You never get. Oh, not the 10th circle of that. Oh my god. I need a job. I want money. I want to buy an iPad. Yeah. Sit there and look pretty, and then they'll buy it for you. A sugar-like relationship. Well, no, I don't tend to eat a lot of sugar. I'm sweet enough. Can't see it, but anyway. You can't see how my hands are sitting right now, but suffice to say, I'm just fantastic. I'm a sweet treat and a delight. I'll have you know. I'll have you know. Maybe rotted? Oh yeah, I'll rot your teeth. I'm too sweet. Baba Booey! Oh my god. Chatters! We're back with Minecraft. It's been so long. I mean, listen, Edward, you might be a doubter. You might be. But it's true, okay? It's true. It's just, all things considered, there's a lot of truthiness to that statement. There's a lot of truthiness to the statement I just gave you. It's like an 8. It's like an 8 out of 10 for mixing. You know, it's like an 8 out of 10. Oh my god, a hydrate. No refund shall be given on your purchase. All sales are final. Oh my god. But chatters, I hope you've been well. I hope you had a good weekend. Me, myself, I was lost in space. Space. I was lost in space, you see, because I've been playing I have too much time in Starfield now. I have way too much time in Starfield right now. Yeah, I straight up didn't even do anything. Like, I have a second playthrough that's not the one that we started, because, you know, I that's one that I'm like, if I stream some, I'll stream it off that, but otherwise I have my own playthrough with my own character. And let me tell you, chatters, I straight up haven't, like, done anything more to do with the main story. I have just been getting lost in random planets, random things. It's so everything I love about a Bethesda game. It's got problems, but somehow they're endearing, and, you know, it's great. It's like me. It's like lots of problems, but very endearing. You know, it's amazing. It's astounding. Oh my god. But anyway, I have had a blast with that, and pun totally intended. But I hope you guys have been having a good weekend too. I hope it's been a good start to your week. Hopefully anybody you know, in any of the areas that may or may not be worrying about, you know, like Bermuda. Like Bermuda, where you might be worrying about a hurricane. Hopefully you'll all be safe. Hopefully I'll be safe in Bermuda, you know, and the Bahamas, and the Caribbean, and Jamaica, which I'm also from, and nowhere else that could possibly be. Oh, wait, I did hear something about what's that place called? New Worcestershire? No, that's not what it's called. New England, that place. You know, what a weird little place, truly. But hey, wait, Jesus Christ, totally human. Coming from what, downtown? Oh my god, thank you so much. 10 gifted, dude. Sweet Jesus. I don't know. Did you even say anything in chat? You just showed up and did what? Oh my god. He was lost, but he was found. Oh my god. I am amazing, Grace. Nap is a red flag, but it's your favorite color is red. I mean, I'm a red flag, but you know, it's because I'm a communist. Oh my god, howdy and hello, honored humanoids. Hello, totally human. Good lord, man. I mean, thanks so much for the 10 gifted, dude. You didn't even give me that. Oh my god. Hope you've been well. I hope life has been treating you as another absolute and obvious humanoid. I hope it's been treating you well, because clearly you are totally human. Oh my god. Horse. Wait. Oh thank god. We're close. We're close, but not yet. L plus ratio. L plus ratio. There we go. Cheddars, today we got big plans. We got big plans. Speaking of horror streaks, we're gonna go to the Nether today. Gonna go collect some resources unto the Lake of Fire that we will fall into. Hey, yo, Edward, thank you so much for a gifted. Edward said, "I'm getting us to that. It'll happen." We don't need. I mean, it's not, who needs September horror games when there's October for that? Let's just slow our roll, everyone. Let's just calm down. You know, countdown season, baby. Oh no. Oh no. Coming in at number 9. Tonight, give me up. I don't know what else would be a number 9 song on the top 10 list. I don't. That's just what came to mind. Who's that song by? Oh, Pitbull. Wait, I'm an idiot. That's by Pitbull. Is it how you play the game? It'll be October. Okay. Listen. How dare you? How dare you? I am waiting on a specialty order for one of the streams that will let me play Wii Sports. So that's what's taking that one so long. City Skylines is this Friday. And, you know, who knows what'll happen this Wednesday. Wii Sport. Oh my god. But anyway, chatters. Jeez. We got totally human. Thank you so much for another gifted sub. Bro. I love, you know what's it's so funny about gifted subs is I don't recognize half the people they're giving to. Like, I'll see the name, I'll be like, oh, that's them. Oh my god. Number 9. Oh my god. Number 8. You know what? I'm gonna go hire a radio disc jockey to count this down. Nobody else sub till I've done that though. Okay, no one else needs to subscribe until that has been accomplished. Anyway, so with all this glass, by the way, we're gonna be doing a bit more work on laying some of this of Edward's favorite green, his absolute favorite. So his personal view, and I think I'd like to potentially try to see if we can go on a road trip, and in doing so, find a cherry blossom biome. We'll see if we get that far, but I think those are gonna be the goals of today. Do a little bit of work on some things, do a little bit of work on some roads, do some scavenging in the Nether, and beyond that, we'll see about maybe taking a little road trip. Maybe going and trying to find a little cherry blossom biome, because we are in 1.20, ladies and gentlemen. We are in 1.20. How parched are you right now? You know, I'm all right. What? Why do you ask? The green is the 11th circle. Well, you know, it's the 11th circuit. It's the 11th circuit judge. You know it. Oh my god! Not the double whammies! Not the double whammies! Jeez. Oh my god. Oh. No, wrong button! Jesus Christ! Oh my god! Wrong button! Wrong button! My bad! Wrong button! Nothing, don't worry, I just hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button on my stream deck, alright? Don't worry about it. It happens. It happens. It happens. There we go. Good lord. That was actually the webcam button. Yeah, that was the webcam button. Yeah. It just in the corner, a little loading thing happens, and then just it's him, Napoleon the Seventh. But it's just the actual Napoleon the Seventh. I have a live feed into his house. I installed his Samsung refrigerator, and well, let me tell you, chatters, I've gotten a good view with that man's nose hairs. Because, I don't know, it'd be like at that level where, look, well, the joke fell apart. The joke fell apart. That music was the introduction to it. Oh, yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, it reveals my face, and you just... Oh, my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if that's what led into a face reveal for me? No, clearly, the noise that's gonna play before the face reveal is gonna be... Yeah! You know? That's the only option before the face reveal. Just classic Nickelodeon cheer noise. Canned laughter and cheering. It's truly a magical world we live in that I can conjure those up on a whim. Oh my good God. Another high. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus! I didn't see my stingrays hydrate. That's just mean. That's just cruel. But anyway, I'm thinking we might start by just going into the Nether for a little bit, just because I'd like to get that out of the way. Just, you know, while MJ's busy, while MJ has something to take their mind off it, you know, I don't need to needlessly put them through it. I'll just do this while they're too busy to pay attention, so that they don't have to worry about it. Oh, never mind. MJ, just look away. We'll just go to the Nether real quick. Don't worry yourself about it. You know, it'll be fine. What's the worst thing that could ever happen? I mean, kind of a lot of bad things could happen, but I'm sure they won't. That can go there. I'm gonna make some more torches. That's probably a better idea. That's probably a better use of my time and resources. I'll carry this whole bit. Oh, now it's in my head. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, sweet Neptune. The cover letter is 40 Oh, also, by the way, whoever asked, to your question, by the way, I happen to know the answer to that one. To whoever asked why there are cover letters, it's because of an ad placed in the New York Times in 1956. There was like someone just demanded a cover letter. They started to sort of become a thing into fashion in the late 30s of trying to differentiate yourself, but the actual formal idea of requesting a cover letter, it was posted into the like wanted column in 1956, and I believe it was a steel mill, and I believe it was run by John something. No, I used to know this off the back of my hand. No! John, I forget. Oh, man. Oh, my God. In 19 something else. I didn't ask about the why. I asked for a machine. I have a bad niece. Shouldn't the gilding on netherite armor shouldn't gilding on netherite armor burn off? How so? Frick that steelman run by John something. Yo, X-Men, how do? Long time no see. How do? How was the weekend? How's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? I'm looking for a little more coal. I think I have some out here, so that I can make couple more torches I need, and then we'll be good. I'm also gonna grab some steak, because it's just a good plan. Can't go wrong with steak. Well, you can. I mean, if you're a cow, it's a real big problem. It's probably like the biggest issue in your life is if somebody comes looking for steak. That's gonna obviously put a little bit of a damper on the day. I don't know if it would like ruin your life. It'd be the last thing to happen to you, but I don't know. Maybe you're chill about it. You know, maybe you're all like, I I am the Alpha and the Omega. I'm the sun and moon, and I chase myself, and I am the eternal serpent that consumes its tail. Like, maybe you've just decided that it's chill. I don't know what kind of complicated thoughts cows are having. I feel like they have. Do you think they have accents? You know how there's like Highland cows? Do you think those cows would sound like accented to cows in North America? Like they'd show up and they'd be like, what are you saying? What do you mean? Because it's like a Scottish cow. I hope so. I don't think we'll ever have an answer to that, but I kind of hope. I mean, surely there must be like some sort of regional dialect to how animals communicate, right? That can't just be like a thing of like, no, animals just know what's up. They just always know, you know? Like, I feel like that's not how that works. That can't be how that works. That would be silly. That would be foolish. It'd be foolhardy. Yeah, munch, 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 munch. There you go. Squirrel's horn. I love your moo. Good lord. I would assume they would. Yeah, see, no wife, no kids. But I'm moving into university dorm in 9 days. Yo, plugged in. You're going into like a shared situation. You're going into a single dormitory. You're going into like a dormitory apartment style thing. On campus, off campus. Don't tell me where any of the like locations of these things. I'm just curious as to like the setup. I doubt they cow much about it. Well, that's the end of the stream. That's oh man. That's good lord, Edward. Good lord. Extensively researched. Has it been? They do? It's been Who researched it? Who got a grant? Who got a grant to research this? Tell me to stop caring about this freaking Instagram thing so I can get back to fixing my website. Stop caring about that freaking Instagram thing so you can get back to your website. They research cow moos? Who? Who's they? Who is this person that's just like researching cows constantly? I must know. I know that they've done studies and discovered that a lot of animals do have a regional dialect. So wait, you're telling me you just got like a dog's here just like bark, and then you go over to like France, it's like bark, like that's like a whole. It's just like it's a French dog, it's a French poodle. It's a real thing. It's a cow enjoying live jazz. I want to enjoy live jazz with a cow. Wait, that sounds awesome! Wait a minute! I want to enjoy live music with barn animals. That just sounds delightful. that sounds so therapeutic. I feel like I would never have problems in the world if I could just like take an hour, hang out with some barn animals, and listen to like Kenny G. Like just listen to me like, man, what a complicated little sax. What a complicated little sax solo you got going on, Kenny. You hanging out with Katy Perry at all still? I'm still unclear if he's her uncle. A friend of mine pointed out that there's a whole music video where it's like alluded to that Kenny G is Katy Perry's uncle? And I'm confused by that. I don't know if it's just for the plot of like the deep plot that can be found within universe for Katy Perry's music videos, not unlike, you know, her joining of the army, but which was also wild that she has like a whole recruitment ad. Like that's kind of crazy. She has a whole join the US military song. That's insane. Oh man, the dog has a Tennessee accent. No, it doesn't. Nobody has a Tennessee accent. That'd be stupid. What a stupid accent. Oh my god. Frick meta merged like 10% of the set. 1 second. I gotta shush these guys. Hostile creatures? No. No more. I need to repair my pick. My pick has got low. I'm gonna need it. removed important features that didn't merge the other. That I also hate that I can't on my phone. I can't open up. I rarely use, if ever. Well, actually, I don't. It's not on my phone. I have to try to open a browser of Facebook because I have one friend who will still send me messages via like Facebook Messenger, and it's very. I don't even like. I don't have this app, and I'm like, well. Now what? And I gotta go track it down, and then I try to just open it in browser, and it refuses because I'm on a mobile device, and it's like, no, you gotta download Messenger, and I'm like, I don't want to, you listen to me, Mark Zuckerberg, you listen to me! Grab him by the lapel, like, you come here! It's a lot. It's a messy business. Yo, medicine! I'll do! Much cheaper therapy. Exactly. Life would be good. I was a bit late to choose a dorm room. So I got shunted into triple dorm. Ooh, which is not quite ideal, but at least it'd probably be cheaper. Hey, there's that. That's true. Well, hopefully, is it like 3 people in one room, or is it like 3 shoebox bedrooms that connect to like a kitchenette scenario? Because one of those is a lot better. One of those scenarios is a lot better. It was for the music video, I think, but like also Katy Perry video implied that she was, I think, Rebecca Black's uncle. She did the video with her because Rebecca Black was a bit harsh. But oh yeah. Wait, you explained this to me before. I recall now. I recall. Oh my god. Nap has one friend. It's true. You heard it here first, chatters. I have one friend and one friend only. And you'll never know who it is. They remain a mystery, never to be seen, never to be known, never to be found out. Oh, it referred to me as the friend is what I got out of that. How would you send me something on Facebook Messenger? In what world? I have no idea. I have an issue with my email address, so I'm not getting much communication with the university. Called to ask about my dorm room, and they were like, "You're in a triple dorm in this building." That's all. Oh wow, okay. So they were just lovely. They were just so helpful for you. They were just like, "You're in rustling of papers. You're in a triple dorm, I guess. In I don't know, probably this building." Okay, when can I move it? Goodbye. They hung up, and they were like, bye-bye. Oh my god. This is where chatters start attacking each other. Throwing fists. The one talking about Katy Perry lore. Oh, no. I mean, you have told me about Katy Perry lore, but no, this was another individual. This was... What? Oh, this chest's open. I was right-clicking to eat. I was like, huh? And I totally forgot there was chests like ahead of me that I could open. That part slipped my mind. I was very concerned for a minute. I was befuddled. I was not good. In that instance, I was worried. How the conversation went. What a helpful university. What a grand old time you've had. What a kooky wacky little way of doing things, you know? They're just being quirky. They're just being so goofy, you know? They just like to be a little bit goofy. Ah. You ever meet somebody, chatters, who tells you that they're a little bit goofy? Flee. Flee for your lives. That person is not goofy. I bet they don't even work at Disney World. Oh my god. Please, Wix, be slower. I love this. Wow, at least you're having a good time. If you love it, that's good. That's nice. What if I just like put in the Discord chat, it's lore time, baby, and they come in just Katy Perry. Oh my god. See, what's funny is like I feel like That's kind of crazy though that she just got away with doing that. Like, I feel like if a mainstay or mainstream celebrity today was like, join the military, and like a whole thing that's like so clearly about joining the military in wartime, I'm not going, but you should. It's a good life. Like, I feel like anyone today does that and they get absolutely crucified. Like, you could be that. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the first. Yeah, the first ever paid promotion on the Napoleon channel is gonna straight up me being like, hey chatters, so today's video is sponsored by the US Marines. Yeah. Join up and enlist today. Sigma Phi. Like, I don't think that's gonna work out. Oh my god. I get the feeling that wouldn't play well. I feel like that doesn't match the audience, you know? What if I just so I read that. No, accuse me of being a little bit silly. Nobody? Nobody? It's because the song turned out to be a bump. Oh yeah, you can say anything so long as it sounds good. Is that what you're saying? So long as it's got a catchy tune to it, the monkey brain of humanity does not care what you say to it. Guys, they're talking about starting a war. Yeah, but it swings, baby. It swings. You just look over. They're just talking like they're from the 1920s. They're like, oh yeah, baby, but this pussycat swings, yeah. Like, they just like jive with it. Like, they just absolutely lay it down, lay it on me. Smooth, daddy-o. Like, I feel like that. I want someone to be teleported forward in time just so that they can exist now and still have that as their like dialect. Because it makes no sense if someone from today tries to do that, but it's hilarious to have somebody like that show up and do that. You know what I mean? It's because we have a society have never been more connected nor divided than we are today. I don't know. We were pretty divided in like 414. It was a pretty divided world. You know? Oh, and also like 1940s. That first bit was pretty divided. One could say some division occurred. Oh man, it's actually crazy. No, I'm not getting onto the topic of World War I. I refuse. I've discussed it at length too many times to people around me. I refuse to taint my chat the same way. I will be better. I promise. I shan't subject you to such. I don't even know. Tomfoolery, I guess. Because yes, that aptly describes World War I. A bunch of tomfoolery. Oh my god. What if the way this world goes is by a waterfall? Huh? What? What are you saying? We're gonna slide off the side of the earth? To be fair, there's a lot of songs that say the worst things and everybody loves it just because it sounds good. I mean, you know, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Ba-da-ba-boo-da-bow. I think they mean globalization in our modern sense and the connection that we have now than how everyone wants to be their own liberation front. No, that can't be it. I, for one, would love to hear your thoughts on World War I. It's not even like... I just, like, the most interesting thing about it to me, like, is not a part of the war at all, per se. It's purely just how different the world is from before and after, because, like, prior, there's, like, a lot of empires that are, like, it's, like thousands of years old, like, have existed for, like, 1,000 years, never gonna be gone, no matter what. And then just, like, deeply relevant for all of that 1,000 years, and then just whoop, gone. And that's just, you know, that's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy. One could say at the very least. it's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit out there. You go bed now, Chad. Bye, man. Oh, we have good sleep, dude. But yeah, it's sort of just one of those instances that's like I guess, I don't know. I think it's wild to like read about the time period because it's so foreign and alien to like, and this is not to say there's not, effectively speaking, imperial powers that exist today, and imperialization. I just more mean it's kind of crazy to like see and hear and read about this time that like the ideas of, you know, like king and country and stuff like that were all like just yeah, of course you're gonna go do that. Like, yeah, of course. Idea of like America's a very like isolationist policy. It's like, yeah, we don't want to be involved in the world at all. Actually, we want to never be involved. We're too busy manifesting destiny. Yeah, totally a legitimate and not horrific cause. Yeah. Like, you know, it's just a very weird thing to know about. You know what I mean? Making a reference to a game. I'm not a flat earther. See, I was vaguely concerned. I was like, man, do you mean to tell me in this 11th hour that you're just a total flat earther, and you're like, oh well, the world's gonna fall off a giant waterfall eventually? I was a little concerned. Imagine if America kept that promise. Ooh. Hey, I mean, we tried. We didn't join the League of Nations. And then everybody said, oh, it failed because America wasn't there. So then we joined it the next time. It's also crazy to like, I can't picture a world where like Great Britain is like just the most powerful, like decides everything in the world. Just goes like, yeah, the world economy is gonna do this now because we say so. Because that's kind of what the position they were at until the 1920s, when the New York Stock Exchange eventually overtakes them, overtakes London as like the epicenter of economic development in the world. But anyway, it's just kind of one of those like crazy little things. It also still had like the arts had a very different vibrancy about them at the time as well, because patronage was a much bigger thing, or still was a thing, in the way of like there just were these people who didn't pay like taxes, stuff like lords and stuff like that, who just could be like, yes, I want to commission crazy artwork. Here, you random artist. Here's any money you want. That is a gross oversimplification, but it gets to the point that I mean, where it's just like a very different world of art development exists today. Ah! Well, that was rude. That was rude by the lava. I'm gonna be real. That was what I would call unnecessary. It didn't need to do me like that. It didn't need to do me like that at all. I'm over here trying to get some quartz, some lovely, beautiful quartz, just because I need it, and the lava decides to spill everywhere. Unnecessary, uncalled for, disturbed. It's okay. After reading the list of Geneva Conventions, I realized why Canada was not invited to be a permanent Security Council member. Woof. Oh my god. What did Canada do? Canada did a lot at different instances. Fun fact, there where the term shock troops come from, I'm pretty sure. It was I forget the name for it in German, but it was or stormtrooper, whichever one it is. Anyway, it was a pejorative designed originally to describe whatever the division was of an infantry team. It just kind of went whoa crazy, whoa, you know, like they just went a little bonkers this one time, and yeah, they were kind of mean. They did some mean things to some people, you know. They kind of like intentionally baited things. Anyway. In convention because they were, I mean, a little, yeah, they were like one of the chief reasons. I mean, because part of that has to do with who trained a lot of them, which was, I forget his name off the top of my head, but there was a lord that was sent over, in the early, like similarly speaking, like, I guess gets into the Second Boer War and a bunch of other stuff where they had a northern western mounted. I think it was a police force. Anyway, that then they sent their cops to go fight a war. It was kind of crazy, and then that was in the Second Boer War, which then led to them getting a title for their police of a royal something, and but then beyond that, what sort of developed was like this really crazy and insane guerrilla style of doctrine for their military base versus the British expedition. I mean, it's much the same as like how the British Expeditionary Force worked, which like everyone else in Europe had large standing armies, but Britain only had like 100,000 versus like almost 1 million for everybody else. But Britain just had really well-trained troops. That was like the same force sent everywhere. Poggers!
Hi, Nappers. I am here. I don't know for how long, but here.
Hi, Dragagorn! Thanks so much for the resub, dude. 10 months! Golly, you're coming up on a year, pal. Thanks. Appreciate it. Hope you've been well. How's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? Oh my god. Country trying to prove ourselves as well. Oh yeah, it's a whole nother part of the doctrine as well. Yeah. That's why they got to delay their declaration in the second one a lot more than It's a really interesting. I encourage people to read about it. It's a very interesting little subsect of history. But yeah, they did a lot of crazy things that were a little bit bonkers. I'm pretty sure there was 2 of them that held two. I'm pretty sure it's like 2 or 5 individual Canadian soldiers held off like 2 platoons of German soldiers in the First World War. They just held a hill until they ran out of ammo. Like, it was just crazy things. I should explain myself some more. What I meant was Random's like, no, please. I'm not a flat earther. Guys, I promise. Please. I don't want to be labeled this. You can't believe me! Oh my god. Let's go great! Yo, Pog, dude, I'm glad to hear it, man. Oh, speaking of, I see a lot of you guys are organizing, some Dungeons and Dragons in the old Discord. That's pretty cute. Hopefully that goes well. I wish you guys all the best. My good gracious. Oh my god. Speaking of, actually, I have to develop, I'm developing a new character for a D&D thing. And the development phase is so wild. Like, as you slowly try to build out a storyline for a backstory, you just get so married to ideas, but then I'm like, but no. You just have to keep yanking yourself back at times and no, I can't do that. That would be too much. This seems safe. This seems very safe. Nobody inform MJ. This seems real chill right now. I'm sure this is fine. Yeah, I'm sure this is fine. Nothing to see here. Nothing, not a thing. Not a thing to see. Nope, not even a little bit of a thing. Jesus, I thought that was lava. I was worried. OSHA approved, indeed. Wait, 1 second. Wait, did you hear about Finn, who separated from his squad and then found he had only eaten a blue jay? What about what? Speaking of world wars, off the top of my head, no. Dragons in my dungeons. It's more likely than you'd think. Oh my god. Gotta be frank, this does not seem safe. What makes you say that? Why doesn't this seem safe? This seems totally safe to me. Particularly if like a lava flow opened up above me, it would be very safe. I would have lots of places to flee to. It would be very safe and so cool and boggers. See, I would fall safely here. This would be fine. This would be fine. You worry too much. You're worried for nothing. This is all joyous and happy and yippee, you know? Joyous and happy and yippee. It's yippee. To Fortnite and cola. Sick, and then baba booey, baba booey, baba booey, baba booey, baba booey, baba booey. Nom 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 nom. Someone say yippee! Exactly. Oh no, I didn't even think of why you would say that. David Snap has ever been. Yeah, see, he survived Slay. And he looks unhinged. Let me get the name. Oh my god. Keep saying the word, but I don't think he knows what it means. What? Yippee? Yeah, it's exciting. What do you mean? Yippee? Yay, you know, like yippee! You're excited? Or do you mean slay? Because you guys explained that one. I know what that one means too. Your tricks aren't so hidden to me anymore. I'm aware. I am part of the Matrix. I am one with chat and chatting. I am so powerful, you see. Yeah, we'll set this one here, this one here. Wait, no, not there. And, nope, I heard that. I don't like that. I don't like those guys. Those guys suck. Those guys are mean and rude and get all up in your face and try to throw you in the lava, and I don't like them at all. But I do need quartz, and there's quartz over there. It is true. It is true. What's the easiest way to get over here? Is there one of those absolute fiends? There is. Idiot. Stinky. Stinky. What is it? Entire job is to host my art. This time, don't abandon me during a final presentation and not load the art! What of operation? Fix Instagram thing, give up. Fix website, done. Write cover letter, it's cover letter time, baby. Jesus Christ! Yeah, get him! Yeah! You did it! I mean, he killed your friend. He kind of killed your friend. Okay, I was like, did you just take my pork chops? He killed your friend, and I'm sorry about that, but, he's dead. That's pretty cool. Right? Okay, well, I guess it's probably not of equal value. It's pretty cool, though. It's dead. That's like... Here, you know what, you can have this. You can have... Oh, wait, or is that his friend? I'm just gonna take it. That might just be his friend. Oops. Oops. That might just be his friend cooked. That is my bad. I am sorry. That was, you know, I wasn't thinking. My bad. I made a bit of a faux pas. Pork Sahagin. Oh, thank God. I was like, did I just throw his friend at him? Pause. Wouldn't have been a good look. I ain't gonna lie. Would have been a bad look if I just threw his friend at him all willy-nilly like that. That I feel like he would have been what's the word I'm looking for? Nonplussed. He would have been nonplussed about it. He would have been like, ooh, Nap, I don't like what you did there. And I'll go, oh no, why not, Mr. Pig Hogland Man? He'll go, ooh, Nap, what you did was bad. You threw my dead friend's carcass at me. And I'm like, oh, well, you see, sir, I didn't know. And he'd go, well, I guess that's okay this time around, but it was really insensitive, man. And I'd be like, okay, I can see that now. I can see how that would have, I'm sorry, I thought that was who you hunted. And he'd go, no, that wasn't it at all. You totally misread that. And I'd be like, oh, but I'm very sorry about that. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I'll kill you too. Don't you come down here. You keep those snot rockets away. Thought I heard your mom. That was you. It had to be done. It had to be done. He would have tried something. I know he would have. Listen, it had to be done. It was priority. I have found the Harvard thing and it's gonna be much better written than those dumb articles. Thank you, Edward. Harvard? Woof. You just need those 2 books or whatever it is. I don't know, whatever it is. But the 2 books, one's the everything they teach you at Harvard, and one's everything they don't teach you at Harvard. And someone always talks about how that must be the world's collective knowledge. And I go, ha ha ha, funny! Funny, ha ha! Oh, man. Anyway, but yeah, so for my D&D idea, I'm very interested in making it either an Earth Genasi or an Aarakocra. I'm not sure. Both have their own ways of being deeply traumatic and sad, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know the gist of it. I want to expand that world's elemental planes, and so I'm gonna work with my DM for that, because the character I'm gonna make is an Aarakocra, and it's Aarakocra. Boyd, yeah, they're Boyd people, but his wings are gonna be clipped because he was enslaved, you see, in the city of Brass, which is in the elemental plane of fire. And he it wasn't a grand time. It was rather unenjoyable. Not super fun. You could fit so much sadness into this bird. You could fit so much sadness into him. But I haven't decided, because on the one hand, bird, but on the other hand, I do also kind of like the idea of a stone, an earth genasi. But either option, it's gonna be he's going to be an escaped slave from the city of Brass. They made their way back to the prime material plane, which is, you know, the main place, you know, Earth, so to speak. And so he's kind of gonna be there, always on the run. Because, you know, there's people after him. It's a little difficult to just escape and not have them come after you. So, and I thought that'd just be a great little hook for it. But I'm thinking, I'm working with a friend of mine as well on it, because I'm like, well, I kind of want to work in selective mute. I don't know why. I feel like that works for the character. Because it's gonna be a rune knight fighter, which is just, I just really like the idea, like thematic idea of, you know, there's the one person who understands him, but they just understand the general gestures and idioms that the dude does. And I think my friend wants to play a small elf child and that will be the person who hangs out. Because, you know, you gotta have one big person and one small person, and that's gonna be the duo. That's gonna be the dynamic duo to end them all, you know? Rune Knight? That's a dated joke. I don't know what you mean, but no, it's rune, like runes, stone runes. My friend's playing you. I will snap you like a twig. Do you understand? I swear to God. I swear to God. You one meetup. One meetup. Whenever it happens, you better be there, and I'll RKO you. You have no idea. You have no idea. I could snap you like a twig. Rhymes with Moon Night Nap. Oh, I see what you're saying. That actually didn't click for me. I'll be real. I'll be real. That didn't click for me. But anyway, yeah, no, it's a real it's a real fun one. I've only heard of water genasi. Kind of assumed they were all water based, but no, yeah, there's all four elements. So genasi are basically humanoid versions of elementals. They have elemental or primordial blood within them. So there's water, earth, air, fire. All are like Earth genasi have rock skin basically. Fire genasi red tinted skin but are resistant to fire damage, etc. And they all have abilities just inherent to them because of that blood lineage. They, in terms of Faerun lore, came out of the Dawn War, which was a whole thing that like settled the Primaterial Plane and was a war between the Primordials and the gods and Titans and yada yada yada. You know, casual stuff. But anyway, yeah, so there's water genasi are one of them. Water and fire genasi don't like each other. Earth and air genasi don't like each other. Supposedly, inherently. I mean, you don't have to play it that way, but that is meant to be an inherent element of them. And they're all attached to different versions of their elemental lineage. You know what I mean? Is that a promise? I need a way out of work. Oh my God, Edward. I hear him up there. He's gonna absolutely try to send me into the water. Or the lava, I mean. Yeah, that's right. Come over here. Idiots! Idiots! Buffoons! Thought they could take me on. There's probably one left, isn't there? Yeah, there is. Idiot! If there's another one, I'm gonna feel stupid. Okay, good. It's just a zombified piglin. It's fine. We're fine. Those guys suck. They have such a hit. They can just send you absolutely flying. It's the worst. It's the absolute worst, man. Why he so cold? No, get in the lava, little guy. Little guy, get in the lava. You look cold. Little guy, get in the lava. Oh, jeez. He looks so cold over there. Yes. Yes. This is perfect. It's everything I needed and more. Ah, Jesus Christ! What? Was that one of you? No. What was that? I didn't even hear an impact. What was that? It's not fair. That was a Gombar without being a Gombar. Absolutely feral. Unnecessary even. Truly the worst. Ha! Up we go! No! This is not the one I meant to do! No! No! Fiendish, evil, unnecessary in every sense of the word. Why? Why did I have to break it with the fortune pick? I wanted to break it with my silk touch. Devastating, brother. But anyway, yeah, so developing the character has just been a very interesting little process where on the one hand it's been interesting to kind of like I've been mostly researching like how sort of like selective mutism works and stuff like that to try to like understand it better. But yeah, I do think that it could lead to interesting storylines and the like. I'm trying to determine if I want him to have like what's the level of the trauma, you know? I've played characters before that have had it like I had a fun little table where, you know, if certain elements happened that related back to the man's trauma, boy howdy was he absolutely gonna be freezing in place and need assistance. Namely because, you know, I'm with a group that like we've played enough times for so many years that it's like you're able to look and explore through things like that a bit more. What was that? Where is it? I swear to God. Where? Why does it just keep making the noise? Oh my God, it was you! What? Oh my God! Was the first one of you two? Is that what I'm to understand? Good Lord! Gaslight gatekeep girl boss? Don't you gaslight gatekeep girl boss me! This time was me. The first time was in game. Oh my God! You absolute fiends! I'm out here talking about my deeply tragic characters I want to play. We as a society have put research into destroying each other, then we have medical advancements. That's true. That's because you know, it was just for a long time. It was all fun, you know. People were like, oh gee whiz, can't wait to just go obliterate those Neanderthals 2 towns over. What a bunch of fools over there. Meanwhile, it's just literally 2 towns over. Like, it's like like, not that it should be the case even if it was like farther than 2 towns. I'm just saying it's like wild how many times it was like an issue, and it's like you guys have like the same area code. Like I swear to God, your zip is the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, really, this really interesting sounded. You don't have to apologize. You're fine. But no, it's one of those things that I want to look into. It's also because I kind of want to learn, or not learn per se, but like brush up on and relearn what I already did know for ASL and stuff like that. Because my friend who I'm playing with like knows it well, and so I think this could just be like a way to like. Duolingo's not really great for that kind of a thing, so and I feel like I'll learn it easier if I like have someone to do it with me. Cause yeah, I don't know, it's just like a good thing to know. I want to know it, and this like is a way that I can fold practicing into like what I want to do. You know what I mean? Or like what I'm already gonna be doing. It's more entertaining to see how someone comes apart. Okay. Now try to Duolingo's D&D campaigns. Hey, you do what you can. You do what you can. I try to make characters to explore like specific themes because I like to really try to understand that kind of stuff, or like challenge myself to get a better understanding of things that I might not personally understand a whole lot. But then additionally, yeah, it's just also useful to be able to try to learn language and the like. I've folded different little bits of language into things like that before. Oh, is there any? Oh, there is some quartz over here. Okay. Is there any more? No, I don't think so. Oh, there is! Yay! Your friend group's so interesting and well learned. I guess. I mean, you know, they're all right. I just kind of have like a lot of different people, but also, yeah, my D&D group does actually have. I mean, in fairness, like a lot of people in that group. In fairness, there's like half of that group is just so much older. Like my DM met one of them through they had the same job at the time, when and so like they had they just both happened to work at Walmart at the same time, and then he invited them to his D&D game, and then that eventually brought their girlfriend in, and then that brought their girlfriend's friend in, and so like but then later it was like, wait, what do you like? We just didn't realize how big of an age difference there was until much later, when then it was just like a thing where we were like, oh, all right. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not like a problem. It's just like I didn't realize how much older they were. But that also means like I feel like they just know more because I don't know, they've lived longer in some ways. Hangs out with older people, explains the dating stuff. Come on! No, it doesn't! Shush! Shush your face! Weird. Anyway. Sure, that's nothing. Sure, that's nothing. It's got nothing to do with anything. Meow. Meow. But yeah, I mean, I guess like to put into perspective, like some people that I know are like have careers and are like doctors, and that blows my mind. I mean, like they're doctors, not like I mean, they're vets, so like they're a doctor, but they're not like a medical doctor. You know what I mean? Like, well, which is a type of medicine. It's just not like, I guess they'd be like a medical doctor for like the mob, but like not. But yeah. So they're cool. But anyway, yeah. So learning ASL through this like D&D character, I feel would be a good idea. Or I guess relearn it, because for a long time I tried learning it and I'd gotten a good ways in, but I never had any way to practice. And so then I've just been like, I fell out of practice with it. And so now this is like a way to do that. Desperate to not offend his friend who will never see this backtracking. Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty well. They'll never see this. But at the same time, I'm like, well, but that's mean. I don't want to, like, I just, anyway. Going back to my retail position. Oh my god. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Like the thing is, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like just one of the bits versus like cause yeah, her boyfriend is the guy that brought them all kind of like into it, which my DM met the boyfriend first via their job at Walmart, and then that, yeah. But anyway. I digress. I feel exposed. I feel you know too much now, chatters. You know too much. But anyway, the concept for them though, I'm not totally sure where I want to go with it. I know I want them to be hunted. I'll probably have them have some sort of charm on them. Or I'll try to beg and plead with my DM to let them have like a really simple like anti-scrying charm that they keep on them, just because like that's not super potent or anything like that to have from an early level, and it'll mostly just be a flavor thing for the fact of like, even if they try to scry to like locate him, but that means if he ever entered like an anti-magical field, or if like it ever got taken from him, or it ever fell off or anything like that, or was destroyed somehow, that would instantly be able to, like, it would give my DM a hook to instantly launch into like a storyline of like, oh yeah, well they know where you are, like you've been located, and they're coming for you, because you know it's not exactly like the Afridi, who are the people of the city of Brest, to let their quote unquote property go. So, but yeah, speaking of shock troopers, which we were talking about earlier, I think that's also in part. Well, I can't decide if I want him to have been like, well, because he'll be such a good fighter that I'm like, well, he must have been doing something down there, and I'll be like, probably was a shock trooper of sorts, or used for that purpose, or like the personal bodyguard of like a dude. But then in his runaway time, he has fallen to the wayside of a lot of those issues. So that's why he's not as high. I'd say he probably was like a level 5, and then now is back to like a level 1. Or maybe even higher, down to like a level 1 or something like that. Because I don't know, that's fun. Dollar Tree charge an extra 50 cents per item here than y'all. Huh? just simply say no. Just go no. No, I don't wanna. No, I refuse. Actually, no. And then what are they gonna do? They can't do anything to you then, you know, because they're not allowed. Yeah. What are they gonna do? Nothing. They're gonna do nothing. They're not allowed. They're allowed to go to $5 an item. So like, imagine go to the dollar store and spending $20 for like 4 items. I mean, I think like, actually, I don't know if they can or can't. I don't know. I mostly go to the same like 6 places, so like I don't really enter dollar stores very often, just for the sake of like, I just like the places I go, and I don't like to break up my routine, because like I can finish what I was gonna do in the morning and then stop in, grab what I need to grab, and then keep going. You know what I mean? It's just easier. Gonna build a big pillar. But also, I was gonna, not to totally change gears, but back to, I just remembered something about Starfield, which, by the way, like, again, still such a sick game. I think genuinely, while I have, like, there's some things that I really do dislike about it, where I'm like, oh, why'd they do that? Like, I'm not a fan of the maps, of the planetary maps that they have. I really don't like those. But I've thought more and more on this, but probably my favorite part of it really is, and I talked about this a little bit on Friday because I started noticing it, was how chill it is about like what you're doing. Like, it's just like, yeah, I mean, there is a main quest line, but you know, you're not under any pressure to go do it. Unlike something like a Fallout, where you're like, my son, or my dad, or the man who killed me, I need to go track him down. Or Skyrim, where it's like Alduin's back, or whatever kind of thing. It's just so chill, and I kind of like that. I think it fits better with the style of RPG it is, that like, you normally will get lost doing 7 other things anyway, but now you don't feel like it doesn't feel weird in terms of the story to do it that way. You know what I mean? Hello. I'm not allowing Grammarly in Twitch chat, Buzza. What? Dollar General does Dollar Tree started at a Dollar Tree Plus program. So you sell items $3, $4, $5 bracket. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, in fairness, things just seem very expensive up in Based on everything I've read, it seems like y'all got inflation bad. I mean, not everyone kind of does, I guess, but I remember there was like months ago that like I saw like a post on Instagram or something about like chicken being like $40 or something, and I was like, what? What? Scoozy? Blew my mind. I was like, is that allowed? Ow, 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 ow. Easy elo, easy life. Follow gives you direction, but it doesn't force you to follow it actively. You can do side quests unless you mean Starfield has no main storyline, which sounds less than ideal. No, it's not that Starfield has no main storyline, and that's my point. It's not like Skyrim also. You don't have to go do the main storyline at all. In fact, I remember like the first playthrough I ever did, I didn't do the main storyline for like literal out-of-game months. But it is odd in the narratively speaking, it is odd to be like, Alduin's back and you're the only one who can stop him, and be like, oh, I probably should go do that then. Like, it's like dragons are actively attacking the land. Please, won't anybody help us? Or, you know, like, I need to find my son. I need to know exactly like where he is and how to find him, and blah, 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 blah. And like that's your whole like reason for being out and around and trying to figure things out, because you have a son and he's out there and you can save him still. And so that's meant to be like something that puts pressure on you to like go do something. About a busy dad. Yeah, I don't know. It's more epic in scale, but an intimate storyline about a dad trying to find his kid, or a kid trying to be reunited with his father, you know, like to that individual, that could be just as important as like, oh, I got to deal with dragons. Like, in terms of scale, it's not maybe as epic and glossy, but it's certainly can just be, it can be just as compelling in terms of like the inherent importance and like time scale that you're meant to be on for it. You know what I mean? Like, there is an implied time scale with those things, is all I'm saying. Not that you ever have to engage with that in either Fallout or the Elder Scrolls games. You don't have to engage with that time scale, but there are missions, like when you're out getting like 4 bottles of milk from Mrs. Whoever, like Mrs. Smith needs 5 bottles of Radroach milk. Like, it's a little odd to just be doing that and be like, oh yeah, I'm meant to be like looking for my son. Why would I have taken the break to go do this? Is like a fair comparison, narratively speaking. It breaks up the flow in an odd way. Versus so far in Starfield, and I don't know, maybe this will change as the main quest goes on, but because they're explorers, there is things to go look for, but it's very much like, oh, if you find anything about, like, if you find anything about, out about the artifact, or if you find, or if you're ever in this system, go check out this, or we heard this distress call. If you get a chance, go get to that system and see what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, it's just saying, but you're a group of explorers, so it's like, nothing's happening, nothing changed to make you, in that world, to make it like a pressing timescale. You know what I mean? And in fact, you're not even like a chosen one of any sort. To the degree of like, when you touch the artifact, which is something that happens like literally in the opening, so it's not a spoiler. When you touch it, you see a bunch of stuff, but you instantly meet someone else who had this same thing happen, and you're actively told like you're the second person this happened to. So it's like, oh, well, I'm not even like, you're the chosen one. It's like, no, we got someone else who's like already, like they're already a part of Constellation, and you know, like they're in the group. We don't need you, but you know, if you want to come along for the ride, like you'd be an asset because clearly you're affected by these things. But you know, you're not like the only person. And I kind of like that in the narrative sense of like, only the Dragonborn who hasn't been seen in 1,000 years could save us. Or an instance of like, you're the only one who's going to be involved because you're the dad and no one else is going to be really, no one else cares. You know what I mean? Like, and you're this kind of chosen one in that scenario. Whereas with this, it's not that you're not special, clearly in some capacity, because the artifact doesn't affect everybody, but you're not the only one. And I just think that's a very refreshing take for them to do. You know what I mean? A distress call is pretty pressing. Well, no, it's not a distress call. So it's that they get a ping. If I called it a distress call, that's a misnomer. It's a ping where they get like a wavelength through a satellite to be like, oh, we think the same anomaly is occurring in a cave somewhere, a cave or a location on some planet in this system. Go use your scan. Go out there and use your scanners, because when you're physically there, your scanners will be more powerful. So you'll get a better chance of actually seeing something. You know what I mean? I have a hot, not so hot take on New Vegas's main direction. See, I don't know enough about New Vegas to comment, but what I will say is I do think chasing the vendetta of the man who killed you, or shot you or whatever, and left you for dead, is kind of a vaguely pressing thing of like, you would want to get that settled before they found out that you're still alive. You wouldn't want them to know you're still alive, per se, before getting back onto the saddle. But pop off. Absolutely give your thoughts on it. This call is only present if you're not easily distracted. What are you saying? What are you saying? But also, I love Starfield because they accept, because there's the careers that you could have already had. The Constellation group, everybody's just like a part of the group, but they're not like the Greybeards or anything like that. They're not, or the Brotherhood of Steel. They're straight up just a bunch of people who are like into exploration still. So they're like, yeah, this is important to us as a group, but you know, other members can go do it, and also like, you know, we understand if you're a trucker and still need to do your trucking missions. Like, that's a real aspect of it, where they're like, oh, you're a long-haul space trucker? We totally get there. So instead what they do is like, they're like, oh, well, you know, if you're out that way, and if you get a contract to head out that way, we see a bit of an anomaly on the scanner here. You want to see if you can scan out in that system and see if there's anything else there? See if you can take a break off of your route while you're out there, and you just go like, yeah, I'll keep it in mind. And they're like, awesome, dude, thanks. And it's just great. That's swell, man. I think so, at least. You can play all of New Vegas as long as you only. Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying you can't play these other games without engaging. You can play through many aspects of, like, for instance, the Civil War storyline in Skyrim is entirely different if you do it without doing the main story at the same time, kind of thing, or doing the main story first type deal. So like, or do it before the main story. But it's not that you can't do these other things before it. It's just from a narrative perspective, it's a little odd that your character does like silly little side quests, like go break into this beehive farm so you can join the Dark Brotherhood or the Thieves Guild or whatever it is, kind of thing. Meanwhile, there's like actively dragons. The place is embroiled in civil war, and there's actively dragons burning down places. It kind of feels like you should go get involved and should not be messing around gathering bees. Just from like an individualistic, like, narrative perspective on the whole thing. Versus Starfield, that I think balances it in a new and refreshing way for Bethesda, because I can't think of a storyline that they've done that hasn't been at least like sort of compelled to be like, go do this. You know what I mean? Technically, the farm was held by a mob rise. So yeah, but it still has nothing to do with Alduin. You're not there because you're the Dragonborn and you're trying to like save the day. You're trying to join the Thieves Guild. It's got nothing to do with the main story. Farm? Can I farm? No, Edward, no farm. I mean, you can farm in Skyrim, yes. You can get a house and you can farm. That's possible. That's a totally doable thing. But that's not particularly what they're going after in that moment, you know. It's not not exactly what they're looking to do. But yeah, with the Hearthfire DLC, you can get a greenhouse. Grow your own, get a potion business going. You'll grow your own ingredients, make potions for a living, sell them as you so please. It's grand old fun. Becoming a Skyrim homestead. I like the idea that Edward plays through enough to like kill the dragons that he needs to get the loot to buy the house, because you still need the gold. So like, I like the idea that, but then just like stops. He just stops being the hero. He's like, oh no, I'm done. I got enough to retire. What? But Dragonborn, you need to save the day. No, I don't. I'm bored now. What I need to do is get making this honeyed mead, actually. That it's not gonna make itself, and the season's almost over. You know, I need to get on this. Truly, it is of utmost import that I get onto this project right now. Like, that's just such a funny, like, I'm sorry to say, but your problems are your own. You're gonna have to figure this out for yourself. I can't help you. Listen, I have mead to brew. You don't understand. It's a delicate process. But where are you going? I'll talk to you later. Bye. Sorry, no, yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. I can't. I simply cannot. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so like, sure, the Benny has freaking nothing to do with how the game ends, and I guess it's good exploring the world, discovering the factions' relationships, but the whole game is hyped to find the man who shot ya, and then deal with him aggressively or diplomatically, and then the game's like, okay, here's a robot who's gonna teach you the politics of New Vegas, and now we decide how the game ends. People have stuff on board 3's writing, but the main plot is integral to pulling the main plot forward. Like, your dad, your kid here, directly connected to how the game ends. Benny is what kicks the entire game off, but he has very minimal part for how the game ends. They bring the robot from the side room, and they're like, okay, here's every faction, go meet them, decide who you like. I understand you're supposed to meet the big factions of the way, but like, I don't know, it's a little weak to me. And that's fair. And in fairness, I mean, that's kind of also getting out of the wheelhouse of Bethesda's story writing, because it's not Bethesda making it. But I feel like that's a cop-out on my part to argue that. Is prophesied to destroy the world at the end of time, so really, what you do is of no consequence. Don't you come in here, actually, no, I'm not even gonna talk about it because MJ's still playing Skyrim for the first time and I don't want to ruin anything, but like, don't you come in here with semantics. Don't you come at me with semantics. You and I both know what Skyrim is about. Save the day, I have to water my garden, Jarl Balgruuf. Good day. But you're the thane of my house in Winterhold. I said good day! Just leave. Not that much. I feel like Baldur's Gate 3 rants. You should show that. Edward's like, I don't even want to be in combat right now. I thought this was a dating sim, and I was misled. I thought Baldur's Gate was a dating sim set in a fantasy world, and then I got there, and they were like, what's your bonus action? And I don't even understand. Just sobbing uncontrollably about it. It's like, I don't even know how to understand. Definitely didn't specialize my homestead for the collecting books and making paralysis poison. I mean, I need to get back to Skyrim. Been a hot minute, the whole moving into college stuff. I can't believe you let that take priority over Skyrim, the hit 2011 game. Oh. The bonus action was pour the glass of wine. Oh my god. Let me. Oh wait, no, it's not sleep time. My mistake, chat. It's my mistake. Road work ahead. That's gonna be the next thing we work on. It's gonna be road work. Oh yeah, I sure hope it does. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I still haven't got past the find the scroll part. Good lord. You guys are really quick on the, I guess there's a delay. There is, I guess, a delay, but like, so you guys are really quick on the uptake, for the, I sure hope it does, yeah, it's just really fast with that one. Nothing gets past you guys, chatters, nothing's ever getting past you. Gee whiz. No, the delay wasn't bad, it was just them. Oh, okay. I have bad delay right now. Oh, okay. Well, see, that it's half and half. It's half and half. Jesus Christ. I sure hope it does. I'm gonna check Discord tomorrow at like 12:01 p.m. and it's gonna be like, sure hope it does. I'm gonna what? It's gonna be Gred. It's gonna be Gred in chat. He's gonna watch the VOD. He's gonna be like, boom. Boom, called it. Now that you said that I have to post my reply in like 3 weeks, gotta keep them guessing. Yeah, but now I know you're gonna do it in 3 weeks. So now it's not really guesswork anymore, is it? It's a predicted thing. It's in fact a declaration. You silly. You've in fact made formal declaration to your intent. Oh man. Oh, also, Starfield, absolutely horror game, just awful. Hate that thing, by the way. I take back everything nice I said earlier because I am now recalling what else happened, and you know what? Horrific. Hated it. Hated every moment of it. You have no idea how awful it was. I let out a very manly battle cry at about 2 a.m. on Sunday, and you know, that's just how it was. That's just how it was. A lot happened, and I don't want to get into it, but a lot happened, and it was not cool, Todd Howard. I want that to be known. Rip your roommate. Haha, joke's on you. They weren't home. Haha. Joke's on you. They didn't know. Joke's on you. They have a life. Oh my god. They were out with friends. They have a social. Okay. Why do I have to tell them how many hours I want? Is it too much to just say all 20? I'm doing my own horn by saying 15. Like, how do I say I want money? I like money. Your inside could technically be considered so. Totally human. Totally human. Why? Why? Why is this what you jump to first? Why is this the declaration you make? This is concerning. Yeah, that one. We're gonna do that. Baba Booey. And Baba Booey. Perfect. You know what? I will say, this is kind of nice. I was hoping for a chill stream, and you know what? I think I've achieved it. I think I've achieved it. It's a rarity. It's a rarity on the Napoleon the 7th channel, but my God, when it's achieved, it's really fun. Kicking and/or screaming over here, huh? 30 amount of hours is actually more an interview thing. Wild. Nearly impossible to break every bone in your body by falling. Nearly impossible. So you're saying there's a chance? I mean, actually, I'm pretty confident I'm invincible because I've never actually broken anything. And I just assume that means, like, nothing can hurt me. I think I just might be the perfect human, you know? Like, got me crazy. I did the scientific method, and turns out, you know, I'm never wrong, and, you know, I've never broken anything, and therefore I never will break anything, and, I'm perfect, you know? It can be hard to accept for some, but it's true. Give them an estimate. Yeah, it shows you flexible. I haven't died, therefore I'm immortal. Exactly. And I mean, technically, the human body doesn't start dying until 26. So, you know, until that time, you're actually you're not dying. I mean, from that point forward, you are technically dying because your cell regeneration is no longer able to keep up, and that's why wrinkles exist for people. And you can start that process earlier through immense trauma or shock, but otherwise, all things as they ought to be. No, that's not what I'm saying. No, I said I'm not dead and have never died, therefore I'm immortal. That's what I said. I didn't say I have a weathered face. I make the Willem Dafoe in The Lighthouse look like a Nvidia commercial, or no, what are they called? Not Nvidia. Who's what's that company? The cream company. Whatever the name is. Oh, I said I'm immortal, and I said I'm immortal too. I concurred. That we're indestructible. I mean, both are true. I am indestructible and I am immortal. I'm indestructible, I've never broken a thing, and I'm immortal, I've never died. These two things are true. The last thing your body will ingest will most likely be yourself. Nivea. That's what Nivea. Nvidia is a graphics card company. That is, that's my mistake. That's, you know, that's my whoopsie. Alright? My favorite lotion, Nvidia. Listen. Maybe it's Nvidia, maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows? Do they even make creams? None of these are my moisturizer companies, so I don't know them. I know the two companies I use, and that's it. Rubbing the CPU cooling. Oh my god. That gives Vaseline No! What? No! What? No! My god. Wait a minute. What does that even mean? What does that mean? What do you mean I give off Vaseline? Wait, hold on a minute. It's really good for burns. Sure, but elaborate. What vibe? What vibe do I have that makes you go Vaseline? Should I be concerned? Like, good lord. Good googly boogly, man. Good, great Scott, man. But no, that is not the company I use. No, never mind. But I will say, chatters, do practice hygiene and self-care in that way. Good idea. Good idea. It is most likely to prevent problems. It is only beneficial. Only good comes from it. I have Nivea right beside me though. See, you're a Nvidia guy. That's on you, pal. Nah, I don't think so. Not really. They produce a lotion. Really good. No, I don't think so. Not really. What? Anyway. I mean, I don't know. I use a company called Babor and Yonka, and that's it. Those are the two that I use. And then Baba Booey, Easy Elo, Easy Life. Most glue was non-toxic. Still is non-toxic if you try hard enough. Actually, chatters, did any of you eat glue as like children? Like not in a negative. I just mean like, or did you know anybody? Like, was that a thing? That was always referenced in cartoons. But I don't think I ever knew another kid who was like, I eat paste. Like, know what I mean? Like, it was like a thing in like every cartoon, but I never actually knew one. Be incredibly distracted, so I forget that the fact that I just submitted a job application. You got it, boss. So anyway, Starfield. I mean, you know, I could tell you. I could tell you. Well, no, I can't tell you that. I want you to discover that on your own about Skyrim. Never mind. Never mind. Oh my god. Oh, also, chat, I should probably ask, by the way, how many of you have ever played City Skylines? Because I have not, and I kind of, like, is it like SimCity? That's the one that I've played, but I'm worried that it's going to be way more complicated and I'm going to look stupid. So I'm sitting there, barbecue sauce on my... What? I never ate glue or knew anyone who ate glue. See, that's what I'm talking about. Probably did as a child. Oh! Well, I mean, that's probably not good. It's better than SimCity. I mean, SimCity was pretty fun, pretty enjoyable, you know? It was a pretty grand old time for the few times I messed around with it, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't, like, dislike SimCity at all. So it's like, it's got competition, is what I'm saying, basically. I don't want this to look. You know what? Yeah, I do want to do that. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. boy. That. I think this is what I want it to look like. Vaguely, this is what I would like it to look like. But I could change my mind. It's possible. In some aspects, it's worse. Oh, but City Skylines gives you more freedom in road placement, which is fun, terrain to work around, and you actually have to pay attention to your financials. For your purposes on app, I recommend you play with unlimited money. You won't get far. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll get so far that you won't even believe your eyes. You would not 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 believe your eyes. Eyes. You would not believe your eyes. Also, it's really hard on CPU the higher the population you are. Oh. What do you imply? What do you imply? You say my CPU is not good enough? It's not up to snuff? Is that what you're saying? Fiend! Devil! Debutante! How dare you? How dare you, sir? I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, how dare you? Just for my own sake, how dare you? I don't hate it. And like that. That needs to break there slightly so that it can be no. Nope. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Why Starfield didn't crash? I'm implying my shock Starfield didn't crash as well. You know, I made sure it wouldn't. I wrote a strongly worded letter to Todd. I said, Todd, you listen to me. You listen to me, young man. You will not be making a game that will crash the Napoleon VII strip. That is a no-go. You are not allowed to do that, mister. And you know, he was very receptive. He was very receptive to my demand. He said, you got it. It just works. And I said, thanks, Todd. You're so kind to me. You're so good to me. You're aging an elderly mother, you know? And he went, Ma, anything for you, Ma. And I went, thank you, Todd. Why I hypothetically became Todd Howard's mother in this scenario, I don't know. I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah, why not? I think it's only fair. I think it makes sense. I don't know why it wouldn't, you know? He's got a mom. I could be that mom. There is no conceivable reason I couldn't be Todd Howard's mother. I mean, okay, well, there's one conceivable reason why I couldn't be Todd Howard's mother, but there's no saying that that's the reason, you know what I mean? There is no legal reason. I don't joke if I want. Purely scientific point of view, the human body is electric meat spaghetti that controls a frame made of rock held together by a larger piece of meat. Well, I mean, from a scientific perspective, the human body is a collection of space dust atoms that is trying to understand itself by researching itself. So, you know, who cares what science thinks? Science rules. No, it doesn't, Bill Nye. Science rules. Am I right? Jesus Christ. I'm gone from playing Skyrim to other real cool intense games, like original Plants vs. Zombies. I'd probably get back to Skyrim. Oh, man, from a science perspective, I'm not saying that last bit, but you know, it's... Oh man. My friend wants to go see The Nun 2. I'm really not looking forward to it if we do. I don't want to see it. I mean, the first one was really just a comedy, I'll be real. I expected it to be a lot worse than it was. But then this one got like good audience reviews and a better critical review, so I'm like... Does that mean it's actually scary? Is that what that means? I don't want to see it then. I don't want to see it if that's the case. You're right. I'm having absolutely none of it. Oh my god. You know, it's interesting to me that there, for those that don't know, by the way, Mojang as of late has been redesigning a lot of the villager trade stuff. It's a system that I personally haven't used. Like, it won't really affect me. I don't really use it in this world. And I never have, because it just didn't fit thematically to, like, there was no way to justify locking every villager into a 1x2 square and just getting their trades perfect. Plus, I only had 2 to 4 after getting Mason and Rain and stuff like that. But I think their changes are kind of interesting. My one hope, I made a TikTok off this, but my one hope is that this will lead for 1.21 to be a magic update. I want them to come back to enchantment and stuff like that, and I want them to really go ham with it. I don't think we're ever gonna get spells or anything, but I really want them to like update enchantment a lot. And I have a few ideas of how that could happen, as I kind of mentioned on both on the content I made about it. But like, oh yeah, Mythic, dude, what's up, man? Good evening, good afternoon. How do? Hope you've been well. Hope life's been treating you well. Magic update, they rip it out of the game just to spite that. You know what? Honestly, I would take that as the biggest compliment in the world. Do you have any idea how complimentary I would feel to like the fact, like, to the idea that Mojang removed an entire section of its game purely because I wanted more of it? Do you know how big of an ego boost? Oh man. Which of course, as we all know, I need a bigger ego, so it's fair. I can understand why you'd want them to do that, but I mean, some might feel, you know, I got a big enough ego and I don't need them to do that, but they're wrong. I need them to. I need them to do that for me. I think it's only valid that they ought to give me that opportunity, you know? That they ought to explore what it'd be like to just do things based on what Nap wants. I've been working hard on my final film. Ooh, Pog. So I've been doing well overall. Nice, dude. Hope it's been coming along well. Hope it hasn't been stumping you too many times in the little finagly little bits that can happen while making movies. Hope it's been fitting into the vision that you kind of originally had for it. Cause yeah, you've been working on this for a while too, yeah. It must feel good to like have it be like kind of coming together now. I assume it's like approaching a more coming together position, but yeah. Wait, you have an ego? Some people have said, I don't know why. Honest to God, chat, don't not a clue why some people feel I have an ego, but You know, some people have suggested as much, and as crazy as it might sound, some people really think I do. Crazy, I know. Simply bonkers. Unhinged, one might even say. Like, who would believe that me, man named after Napoleon VII, would have an ego? That'd be crazy. That can't be. It simply cannot be. Said in the past that they're never adding spells. Yeah, exactly. Enchanting is the extent of magic in the game. Well, they do have, sort of yes, sort of no. There is more magic in the game than enchantment. And I'm not just talking about like Enderman or anything like that. Like, evokers are using explicitly summoning magic. It is a specified part of the game known as summoning magic to summon Vexes and Fang. Similarly, Guardians all do magic damage, which is a very rarely used magic or damage type in the game. But their beams are magic damage, which is part of why they bypass elements like enchantment. So there is more magic in the game. It's more a matter of whether or not they would ever let us access it. And so far as they've said, and I think it's a perfectly fine justification, they've said they don't see reason to like outside of just like, oh, it'd be cool, but like mechanically they're like, we don't feel like it's actually adding anything to the game outside of just making it more complicated, like adding complication without really a lot of payoff. And I think that's fair enough, especially because like one thing I feel like a lot of people forget, even though it's such an often talked about meme, is that Mojang's development cycles are all still based around the fact of how, like, the vast majority of their turned over players are the people who get 2 weeks at different points in the year where them and their friends are like, yeah, let's make a Minecraft world again, and have like a really strong 2 to 4 weeks of like a Minecraft realm under their belt, and they just start hammering that thing home. But they don't want to have to learn a whole new game. Basically, they want to come back and still just know, for the most part, how Minecraft works and see a few changes that are like, oh, that's neat. But that's it. That's the majority of Minecraft play, in my opinion. Most people aren't doing what I do, playing in the same world for years on end, building it out slowly, you know what I mean? It's still only the layout point, but yeah, this is when you can start to see how it'll actually look, but in black and white. Sick, dude! So you're storyboarding it, or is layout different from storyboarding? We start the animation in a month or so. 2 months later, we start compositing. Whoa. Dang, so you're on like a real time scale then. But anyway, what I was gonna say though was, I think if they were to ever want to expand enchantment, the easiest and best in-world way to do it that would also promote exploration is the idea that, yeah, they should add things that can be added onto the enchantment table, be that like a crystal to add to it to like calibrate it, or something like, but these things should be in, and each one does something different, or even unlocks additional enchantments. Should be like, oh, you could get it from the monument, or you could get it from the ancient city, or from the stronghold, or from the end, or from the nether, in bastions, in nether fortresses. These specific items, with a rare enough chance of being there, or spawning as either loot or something like that, that then makes it like you have a reason to go out and look for woodland mansions beyond just like, because some people are like, yeah, but I don't care enough to get the totem, or yeah, that's not really worth it. But it unlocks a whole new element. And they're certainly working on making exploration easier. The most recent update to cartographers, I think, is really healthy for that. Which, for those that don't know, they basically made it that in the next update, it'll be finalized in the next update, but cartographers will now sell maps that lead to other villages, so you can eventually, if you find one village, you will find every other biome village by going to cartographers in the next village, who'll be like, oh, here's one to a savanna, and then go to the savanna. Oh, here's one to a jungle, or, well, probably not jungle biome, but here's one to a spruce wood village. Here's one to a dark oak village, you know what I mean? Interesting. Yeah, the armor change I think is really interesting as well, because it does curb that issue of like, oh, I never even went mining for diamonds, and I got a bunch of diamond armor. But I do think fair criticism has been levied of like, oh, but what about Skyblock players? Like, that's kind of really important to things like Skyblock, because you don't have diamonds. I was like, oh, true. So it will throw a bit of a spanner in the works for that, but I don't think Mojang really develops with Skyblock in mind. No, let me connect the minecarts. No! It's wild that it's actually insane that you can't connect minecarts when you think, especially because, like, the point, why can't I connect the chest minecart? That's insane. The only reason it would be useful is if I could connect it. Not the only, obviously there's uses for it currently, but, like, seriously. They won't up. I'm just saying. Oh man. Actually, Mythic, if you don't mind me asking, what style, like, is there a specific style that you're doing or emulating with your animation? Or like I mean, it's probably all your own. I guess what I mean is, like, are you going for anything? Like are you like, oh, I want this to have a very, like, Ghibli vibe, or I want this to have a very oh no, what's his name? Oh, he made the Mouse in America movie. What was that? Is it Blum? Is that what his name is? Don Bluth. Oh my god, that was gonna bug me so much. Don Bluth. That, oh my god. Simply build a realistic train engine, put a furnace minecart on both ends. Exactly. Yeah. Where's my locomotive? Oh man, Don Bluth, my beloved. That guy went crazy. Genuinely, like, the style. For those that don't know, like, his animation style is like. You've definitely seen a lot of his animation, I'm pretty sure. Like, I guess, yeah, An American Tail is one of them. It's like that, and like, All Dogs Go to Heaven, Anastasia. I'm trying to think of what The Secret of Nim, that's what I was thinking of. That's another one. It was like big, oh, and The Land Before Time. He, like, did a lot of 80s movies, basically. A lot of, like, that 80s animation. Crazy? I was crazy once. No way. What'd they do? What'd they do to you about it? They do something? Did they perchance lock you in a room? Was it a room made of steel? Just one sec. 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta grab something. Ow. I'm back. Oh man. There's a lot of animators who I feel like changed not just like how people saw animation, but more or less we're just so influential on like a lot of people's change in opinion on taking animation more seriously. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Oh man. I will say, by the way, about Starfield, just because I had mentioned this in weeks prior, I don't think it'll be a game of the year. Imagine people taking the art seriously. I should say, is more of an adult medium. In the sense, which I will actually argue is still an issue. I mean, I think things like, good or bad, I think things like the live action One Piece for Netflix literally only exists because there are still people who will not take animated things seriously. Like they won't see it as like a quote unquote adult thing. They'll be like, nope, it's kid stuff. Like there are just people who refuse, no matter what, to ever take any sort of animation like just as itself as being a serious and legitimate art form. They're always like, it's so icky and I hate it. I don't understand it though, because for me, like arguably my favorite stories I've ever gotten to see told were animated stories. I think it's very, like, as a medium, I think it's probably one of the greatest artistic mediums. Sure, there's some things that like live action can add an element to it, but I don't think I've ever watched a like live action remake and not been like, this, and I don't think I've ever felt it's been better. Well, actually, I know I've never felt it's been better, but there's been times where I've been like, man, I wish I could see this animated. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know, it's very weird that that's still like a known issue with the medium of critique and stuff like that. I mean, heck, that's why the animated category exists for the Oscars. Is Beauty and the Beast won Best Picture one year, and then a bunch of people in the Academy were like, well, we'll never have that, we can't let that happen again. And so they just straight up made the best animated category. They were like, that way we never have to have that happen ever again. Which is just crazy. Like, that's bonkers, man. Yeah. No, that's not what I wanted. As filmmakers, yep. They're like, no, it's not the same. It's way, even though I would also argue that like a lot of animation is way harder to like get right than, I mean, sure, like you can argue like, oh, there's more control you can have over something like the lighting and stuff like that to some degree. But I would say ultimately speaking, it's a lot more effort and work at times to make something animated than to make it live action. But anyway, I'm very happy with like a lot of different animated groups now getting the acclaim that they ought to, and I think we're entering into a really great age for animation. Just like in general, it's a good old time for pro animation. Yeah, I like that well enough. No, yeah, let's use this. And that. Perfect, just as it needs to be. I mean, it's kind of like video games, I guess. In that same frame, like video games had zero like acclaim and were like totally written off for a long time. Still are probably, like, there are still people who write them off, but like the industry in general has started to, I think, take them more seriously. One of the key issues now is you get a lot of people who get the producing capabilities for these properties into like other mediums, like say movies of video games, or television shows like say The Witcher, who just genuinely don't care about the source material. They're just like, oh, that's a cool, like they're like, oh, it's an IP that'll get butts in seats, that lets me make this and have a built-in audience, but I don't have to care about the source material, even though that ultimately tends to just kill the project. But there's a lot of people like that. I mean, that's part of where a lot of the issues on The Witcher stem from, is like Henry Cavill was arguing constantly because, well, he was like, well, that would never happen, and Geralt wouldn't do that, and and I mean, it's not like an exclusive thing to video games, and I appreciate that, The Witcher's a book series first, video games second, and the video games themselves are very different from the books. But my point being that, like, for a lot of people, I would argue that the video games are their real touchstone for Geralt and stuff like that at this point. But I don't know. I'm hopeful that we're getting away from that kind of like feeling of that scuzzy little bit of like, hey, who needs him? You know what I mean? I would just really like it, you know, if we could be in a time, place, and world where just, you know, art is met with valid takes of like, oh, that's cool, that's neat, that's lovely. I don't know why there's so many people who feel the need to like bash certain things as being like quote unquote lower art forms. For me personally, I don't think there's ever been a more dramatic and epic story tale than Mario saving the princess from Gorilla. No, I mean that kind of jokingly, but I mean, in fairness, that's not like, it's really just a retelling of like so many other common folk tales that it's like, why would this at all present an issue or be seen as something that's like lesser? It's the same as just having, you know, Snow White or anything like that be told. It's just a retelling of a classic. Yeah. And then thinking we're gonna have this in here. Going to come down here, connecting here. Let's bring it to and perfect. Set that there, set that like that. I think one of the mainstays for animation that also really moved it forward a lot, which to this day remains one of my like absolute favorite movies I've ever seen, is Prince of Egypt. And when I say favorite movies, I just mean like just from like a visual standpoint. I think it's probably one of the most gorgeous animated movies I've ever seen. Like, it is like every single still image in it could be a painting. It is insane. It is genuinely like a crazy amount of detail in every single sequence shot. The music is firing on all cylinders. It's like, I understand that they were going for that. Like, they wanted it to be this epic, untouchable piece that's like, wowie zowie. You know, it's the same noise that Mario makes when he turns into an elephant. But no, seriously, I understand that's what they were going for, but they just succeeded so well that I'm to this day, I'm just like blown away by the concept. I'm like, really? They didn't have to go that hard with it. They chose to, though. They knew what was up. They were like, you know, if anything's ever gonna happen, if I'm gonna do anything with my life, it's gonna be that. Which, in fairness, they were trying to stick it to Disney at the time, so like, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, it says such an interesting story of how it came. I mean, it's like DreamWorks in general's story for like how DreamWorks came to be is so genuinely like interesting and like, for lack of a better word, inspiring. Because it was Ron Katzenberger, Steven Spielberg, and I forget the third person. But the three of them kind of just like came together and made this studio just out of nowhere. Just, well, I mean, one of them was getting Katzenberger was getting pushed out of Disney to begin with, so I think they just used it as an opportunity. Because I think it's Disney's nephew, or maybe it was even his grandson, of the day was effectively just deciding to push this other guy out because he just for ego, not because he was doing a bad job, just because he was worried that this other guy was getting too big, too popular, people liked him too much. He was like, no, The name's Disney on the side of the building. It's not Katzenberger. And so he just threw a little hissy fit about it. Which, you know, oddly enough, who knew? Tends to happen in Hollywood. Crazy, I know. Bonkers. Insane. But it's wild because, like, the guy they get rid of is, like, one of the key elements for how Disney's renaissance happened and, like, the turnaround of Disney rocking up with, like, just hit after hit after hit after hit. And so I'm like, how do you get rid of that guy? How do you justify to people that you're like, he needs to go, he's a problem? I mean, he saved this company, but he's a problem. Like, that seems bonkers. But, you know, I guess some people just, you can convince them with enough money. Which is probably all it was. It was probably like, I'll give you some extra stock options. But good lord. It just, I don't know. It blows my mind what people will do and get away with in their own industries when it comes to, like, personalities like that. Shocking money wins over the odds. Well, you know. Oh, man. But yeah, because he basically takes his toys and leaves. Because he has a lot of artists that join him as well, and it's insane. I mean, not that Disney doesn't have, like, a long track record of being awful to a lot of their artists, but, like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy that happened to me. But especially because then he founds his studio with Spielberg, and it's like, and his venture just becomes DreamWorks, this titan that nearly took down Disney. Because for a hot minute, it was like the only other competition Disney had on the market. I'd say it's becoming that maybe again with Puss in Boots and stuff like that, maybe, and a few other movies. I forget the name of the one where they were with the villains or whatever. So it's been having a hot streak, so that's good. I'm glad. Honestly, like, or same with like how Spider-Verse won the Oscar over Disney and stuff like that. Like, Disney's starting to lose on things like that. I hope is like the kick in the pants for them to like reinvigorate their animation teams, stuff like that. Because I feel like they've just kind of been coasting for a little while. Not that there wasn't good stuff. Like for instance, Pixar's Elementals and stuff like that. Like it's beautifully animated and all these other things, but it's like it's generic. You know, it's very much like I know what I'm gonna get. You know what I mean? Absolute failure of a project. Yeah, absolutely. It was a punishment for animators. Yeah, they'd get Shrek'd. They'd get taken off of the Prince of Egypt, where they were like, this is gonna be the Oscar nom. This is gonna be the big ticket item. Which, like, they were right in terms of, like, awards, but popularity-wise, they were not correct. It is, in fact, the case that Shrek was the bigger, more memorable movie. Which I can't believe they're potentially relaunching Shrek as well. That's crazy. They're going back to that well again. And you know what? It just might work. I thought it was silly until seeing like Puss in Boots, and then I was like, oh, they might just have something here. But like, I'm like, is Mike Myers coming back? Is he Shrek still? Like, he's got him, right? Like, they're not gonna do it without him. I mean, they might try, but I feel like that'd be insane. I feel like it just wouldn't work if they tried that, to be honest. They'd be like, hey, we don't need no Mike Myers. And then it just easily turns out that it's like, oh, no, we needed Mike Myers. Can I replace that? And like that, like that, like that. Just a really simple building, I think, is what this is gonna be. This is gonna be just like a little hut. It's not meant to be much of anything beyond that. Some of the other ones are a bit more extravagant builds, or when I say extravagant, that's not the word I mean. A bit more involved, I should say. But this one, I think, is going to just be quite literally a little tiny, like one story little hut, just because it can be. And like so. Actually, yeah, I might just build kind of off that. Put that there. Slap that bad boy down there. Baba Booey, we're in business. Easy is, easy does. Simple, simple, simple. I wonder if I got spruce. I think I have spruce kicking around. No spruce here. Weird. I thought I would have spruce here. I'll have some over there. Yo, Fizz, what's up, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Vibing out, just working away on some pathing and getting some more laid down areas of the city. Playing a little hardcore Minecraft. How about yourself, dude? How was the weekend? Been a while since I tuned in. Yeah, man. I mean, there's no obligations to ever be here. Don't worry about that. Happy to have you whenever you got time, dude. Hope you've been well. Hope you've been well. Have you been playing any have you been playing any Starfield as of late? I'm a little brained onto Starfield. It kind of consumed me over this last weekend, and so I've just been like absolutely down the rabbit hole about that game. Weekend was great. Oh, sick, dude. Do anything like specifically special, or just had a fun time? This weekend, I think I played Starfield a bunch. Went to a birthday, and that was it. Just Starfield, birthday, boom. Starfield, I just had a fun time. Hey, sick, dude. Getting in those last days of the summer sun. Where's the dirt one? Oh, there's the dirt one. I actually think I might try, potentially, probably not this weekend, but maybe the following one or so, just before we kind of get towards the solstice. I'm thinking I might head upstate a little bit and just kind of head downstate potentially too, somewheres, and just try to like find some areas that are a bit more. I live in a very rural area, but I just go for a bike or whatever, Hey, yo, Crisis, I'll do. Did you watch the subathon? I saw a good chunk of the Michael McChill subathon, if that's what you mean. Unless you mean there's a couple going on right now that I'm aware of, but I assume you mean the Michael McChill one, which I did get to tune in for a little bit of. Yeah, it was great, dude. It was really fun. Sounded like you had to do it. I did. I made butterscotch, which was wild. I don't know. I don't tend to make a lot of sauces, and I learned how to make like just homemade butterscotch for like Sundays for that party, and it was really fun. It was like a fun time to kind of like learn that with my friends and stuff like that, and kind of figure it out. Because we didn't really have a recipe. We had the vague notion of a recipe, and that's about all we had to work off of. You know what I mean? I had a great time since exams ended on last Friday. Oh yeah, you were going into GCSEs, right? So thank you, MJ. I know. An accent attempt, but which one? Which one? The fall weather back home. I want to experience the fall. Simply trip over your own feet. You'll experience a fall. George W. Bush? That's not an accent. That's a person. Oh God, what does George W. Bush sound like? Now watch this drive. Like, that's all I can think of. Which, by the way, iconic. But like, I don't. All I can think of is how his head does the. Like he just goes, and his head does a whole like forward motion with it, like a turkey. Like he's going like gobble gobble. Like it's this whole thing. Someone may have donated a little more than a paycheck. Oh, I don't suppose you know who that someone was. Oh, today was like a nostalgic trip for me. Oh, why? Something like particular, or like just see something, or do or read or eat something? I swear to God, eating is the easiest way. Where am I going? I wanted to be back there. Why did I leave? I have what I need. Oh my God. He wants you to do a George W. Bush. Like, I don't know what he sounds like. I genuinely can't fathom what this man sounds like. My God. A little bit of 55. So good Lord, man. Could it be me? Totally human. You're a maniac, and you know it. You're actually just a genuine maniac. Eating can be the best intelligence. It really can. Oh, going through old videos. Sick, dude. Actually, it's wild. I was going through, I was like vaguely scrolling back through some of the TikToks I posted and stuff like that. And like, I found one. It was for like the Halloween stream last year. And I was like, oh man, wow. It's been like a year. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. This last year went by like that. I don't know why. Like, it is flown by. And like, for the life of me, I don't know what happened to cause it to be like so, for lack of a better word, expedited, but it feels so fast. I wonder if this will look any good. Probably not, but we're gonna find out. No, that looks stupid. I was like, maybe, no, looks dumb, looks silly. Man, but eating can be such a nostalgia trip. Like, or you ever like smell something and you're like, you can't place it, but you know, like it's just in the air and you're like, wait, why does it smell like Christmas in 2009? Like, you're like it's just, it feels so specific, and like there's no one that you could talk to about, because you're like, this just will never make sense to anybody. It's such a scent that only I know, or whatever type of thing. You know what I mean? Do I sound insane right now? I apologize if this sounds crazy. Started the stream with just music. He started the. I gotta drop 50 immediately. Oh! Maniac. Totally didn't take second over the course of a few months. No, for real. Dude, you're on, I mean, nobody tell Caleb. You're on track to take first, dude. For me, 2021 and 2020 were merged. Honestly, yeah, totally. Honestly, 2020 to now is flown by, if I'm being real. But like, that's more because of like, you know, pandemic reasons than it was like, in my opinion, you know, the like things feeling like they were moving too fast. But like, 2022 felt fast, but like I still felt like I went into every season. And don't get me wrong, I mean, technically there's still what, like a quarter of the year left. Like, we still haven't hit fall, and then like, which doesn't start till the 21st of September. So I mean, it's around the corner, but like, you know, like we still haven't like even hit the fall technically. But it just feels so much like it's like, because that's how the end of the year works. It just goes September, October, November, December, done. Like, it just whacks through it, and I just go, oh, I blinked, and now it's over. My hope... Nope, never mind. Not gonna say it. Nope. Never mind, I take it all back. Bro, at this point, even spelling me nostalgic. It's so true, though. One more paycheck that I win. Oh my God. Don't tell Caleb that. That man will absolutely, like, I am scared for what would happen. He's gonna like rock up and he's gonna be like, so it's war then. Suddenly he's British for whatever reason. Oh my god. So it's war. No, Caleb, no, wait a minute, no, please. Caleb, you don't understand. Like, this one looks probably the most silly. I don't know if I will keep this in the end. I don't love this. It's not really like a planned build versus like all the rest of the things that are down here. Like this compared to like these over here that I've been picking away at kind of thing. Like, these are just such a different vibe to like this one little hut. But I kind of want this area to feel a little ramshackle at times, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It needs something. I just don't know what I want to add to it to actually give it texture beyond just like that. Like, you know what? Maybe if I add like shutters. The streams. Hey, let's go. That's very kind of you, dude. I know what we're talking about. Put on a side to it's like a Tops Up Pizza 2 rooms away. Bro, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, same. Pizza's just delicious, man. September, it's a breeze. Ooh, it really does. It flows so fast. You know the false figures is known as Caleb. Hey man, don't tell him that to his face. Dude will cause problems. I mean that in a nice way. I really do. I'm on day one. I tried to do this earlier. Not say anything. November and December are fine, but the college months draw everything to a stop. Oh, weird. See, I always find that like summer goes way shorter, or way longer. I mean, sorry. Yeah. You could try flattening some of the roof. Ooh, I might do that. And I'll also add some shutters. I think that'll be the saving grace, so to speak. Second half of that pizza message. I know the soft drink has been mixed with other soft drinks before. Giving the total number of mixed drinks it actually help everything make up. I mean, that's just impressive. That second bit's just impressive, dude. That's just like a talent. Still kind of looks a little silly. I am gonna flatten that a bit. I think. Now, opinions on rice. Basmati rice is the best. That's my opinion. Basmati or brown rice. Those two are the best. Personally, I make quinoa more than I make rice. I like rice a lot. I personally prefer to use quinoa because of just like the like the macros and stuff like that. Though rice I do think has a nicer texture. I think quinoa is a little bit like it's just a little grainy is all, and I just go like, I like that better. Maybe one row flatter actually. See if that'll change her up a bit. Unfortunately, some of us do not enjoy leaving home, not having anything to do, and no one to interact with how I get the job, so I have something else to distract me with. Fair. I don't mean, like, I'm not saying it as a negative, dude. I just mean, like, you know, it hadn't been my experience, so I was like, oh, interesting. But mind you, I always feel like time moves too fast for a lot of things anyway. I don't know. I don't gotta like time's just such a weird concept. It just moves, like things can just fly by at times, and then you blink and and you're so far like after where you thought you were. And I don't know. I like to try to like take things slow as often as I can. Slowing things down for me, like, for lack of a better word, therapeutic. It's just like a thing that I like is when it's slow. Slow down, smell the roses, that kind of thing, you know? Life in the fast lane, not so pog. Not so pog. Am I the only one who makes mashed potatoes with this kid? I've done it. I mean, I like potato skin a lot just because it's like, I mean, that's got most of the nutrients in it, so like that's like really good to eat. So like I've certainly done it. It depends on if I'm trying to do it for presentation's sake or not. If it's not for presentation, then yeah, I absolutely leave the skin on. A friend of mine brought back a mixture and I looked at it. Asked why he got a cup of dew Sprite as a Minute Maid, and he screamed. Oh my god. Oh, hard work, baby. FZ World's gonna go down in history. Hey, I mean, I hope. I hope so. Oh man. I'm very happy with, like, I know it's very slowly progressing, but like I'm very happy with, like, I like that element of it. I enjoy that it's slowly gonna get things going. I think I've nearly gotten planned out. I also just wanted to plan a lot more than before I started like getting really into building. I need to put more time dedicated to actually planning out the city. I get too distracted by like lore builds that I'm doing. Not that I'm doing any, not that there's any on the way. That would be crazy. That would be insane. Could you imagine? What a crazy, crazy concept. Anyway. Got back. Time sucks. It is way too fast to slow down. Yeah, no worries, dude. I totally get it. Raised eyebrow emoji. Time's weird and beautiful at the same time. It is. It's kind of just one of those things of like, you know, they say time gives things meaning, like, you know, the fact that it's limited and all these other things. And yeah, it's probably true to some extent, but that doesn't mean I gotta be happy about it. Not the joke book. What joke do you want, my good man? I actually kind of like the idea of these being connected. Just like it's two aspects to the same building. Like it's like a duplex almost. I kind of like that. I like it more as like a full building with the roof and maybe I should intermix the two wood types so that it looks more smashed together. 244 for the 244 class I took today. You got it, boss. Joke number 244. When George left school, he was gonna be a printer. All his teachers said he was the right type. The hell does that mean? Was printer a job? Was that a job at a time? There was a job of being a printer? Like, what? Was this book written in like the 1800s? Johnny was gonna work on the printing press. What? Well, it says, yeah, he was gonna get a job as a printer, and he was the right type. Meaning like typeface, I guess. But like, was that a job? Pineapple mushroom pizzas. Man, pineapple mushroom pizzas. Those are delicious on pizza together. I ain't gonna lie, Chad. I'm a fan of pineapple pizza. It's sweet and salty. I like that's just delicious. That's delectable. That is a good combo. You're welcome to your own opinions. You're just wrong, you know? You can hate it if you'd like, but L plus ratio, you know? I'm right. I'm simply right because I've never been wrong, you know? Never once. Not even for a moment. Not even for half a second. You know, I can kind of understand why Thunder was asking if I had an ego. You know, I feel like I get it now. No, never mind. I lost it. I don't get it anymore. I still can't imagine why. It's so clear that I don't, you know? It's so clear that I just don't have an ego. An ego? You? Nah, that'd be crazy. I guess someone who prints by hand and they typeface, but I thought they meant it was gonna be a printer for a second. No, like a printer is in like the person who operates a printing press. Like someone who would print what you made. Like a scribe would be the physical by hand, but a printer was like, I believe, the job for like literally the operator of a printing press. Welcome back, Medicine! Aldo. Which is why it's like a crazy thing to just like throw in, where they're just like, oh yeah, Johnny's a printer. Like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean Johnny was a printer? I've been a job for forever. I mean, don't get me wrong, the book was made in 2002, so it's not, maybe that's possible. I got it at like I got it just at a random, like, what do you call it? Like a random, yard sale type deal, so I like naps outdo. Oh, when I go outdo that, I just like saying it like that. It's one of the few things that I've learned since streaming that I do a lot. Like, if I were to ever have like one of those little pulley cords in the back of me, it would just be a lot of different things. It'd be hello, 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 hello. It'd be outdo, and it'd be what happened. It would literally just be a string of those. And maybe like, yeah, what? But that one I feel like I don't say on stream, but that's just one that I say to my roommate a lot. Where just go, yeah, what? What happened? It feels right. That's how you have to ask someone what happened. What happened? Had to handle some college stuff. Was it some college humor? God, I'm funny. Oh, my sweet Jesus. I don't know if there's anything else. I mean, I guess. Oh yeah, also probably like that showbiz. What a reference. Put that as joke 1002. What, you don't like my reference to former improv group College Humor? Originator of the Dropout series. The fact that Dropout somehow survived the collapse of College Humor blows me away. Like, in a way that like machinima channels could never. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild that it just was fine. Like, they were just like, and somehow it survived. Like, that's crazy. I mean, good, I'm glad. It's just bonkers that it did. I was like, really? Huh. I'm so glad it did. No, Nap. I don't like your reference to College Humor. Full offense. This isn't happening. Oh, and you. Oh, yeah, well, that's fair. But I'm just referencing little German boy going, Fortnite and cola. Yippee! Yippee! For no particular reason, no one else around me says. I just say it. Howdy, 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 howdy. How do? I mean, plushes. I know someone who can do the audio part. Great googly moogly. Gonna open up a Redbubble one of these days. I'm gonna open up a Redbubble. This is gonna be a knockoff Nap. Way too early. I must have done something to my humor or something. It gave you college humor. Hey! The boys at college, remember you enjoyed the show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we gotta go. Oh my god. I don't know if this happens to anybody. Like, did any of you guys like? I had been shown a lot of the Looney Tunes, like the really old, like Merry Melodies, which is also apparently why it's called Looney Tunes. I thought it was tunes like Toons, like tunes, like cartoons. No, it's Tunes. It's Looney Tunes because they're Merry Melodies. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing that I had a crisis about. But at one point, But no, what I was gonna say was I was shown those a lot, like growing up. I don't know, it was just like I think we just had them saved on like a DVR or whatever. It was just like here you go, like it was just I think I still have the DVD that I was given forever ago, as like a kid. But it was just this, like, because of that, I just have ingrained into my head so many little silly songs from it, like that, which is like there's a whole episode where there's just like Bugs just wanders out with like a I don't even know what you'd call it. I guess it's not a barbershop quartet, but it's like that. They come out like, we're the boys of the chorus. We hope you enjoy the show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we gotta go. And then they just leave. And that's it. That's the bit. They just keep coming out, saying that, leaving. Just randomly during the episode. And there's something about it that just scratches an itch in the back of my mind. Similar to the like, hello my baby, hello my honey, hello my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire, baby my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, on it you lose me. Baby, telephone and tell me I'm your guy. Fun fact, that song's actually a song making fun of the word hello. Just apparently. So fun little fact. It was literally a song from its day that was making fun of the idea of people saying hello, because that was a new age slang term for greeting people over the phone. Making fun of a hello. Yeah, so the term hello really wasn't like a thing, it wasn't like how you'd greet people for the most part until telephones existed, and that's why it's like, hello my baby, hello my honey, hello my ragtime gal, send me a kiss by wire. It's making fun of the use of telephone that was growing. Because in fact, which funny enough, Alexander Graham Bell wanted people to say ahoy. He wanted people to greet people by saying ahoy over the telephone. But yeah, so it was a song at the time making fun of the new slang term, hello. Because, you know, you'd meet people and instead be like, good afternoon, good morning. That song from? Well, that's the source I heard, and you want to know my source? I made it up. No. My source for that is I was told it at one point, assumed it's true, but I believe we could have said ahoy. I know, and I know the ahoy bit's true, so I assumed the rest was true. In fairness, I never went and looked up to further clarify with that. But it was told me to. It was told to me by an adult at one point in the way that, like, you know, you just accept it and then take it in and be like, oh, okay, that must be how it is. So for all I know, maybe I was misled. But oh, I see what you say. You mean how you heard the song? Because I was like, I mean, they said it was that was the case, and they don't normally lead me astray, so I kind of just assumed they were telling the truth, but I guess if that's not the case, I could be wrong. Then I remain on what I said, because I've never been proven wrong on it. But so far as I understand, that's the origins of that song. And then that song's reused because Mel Blanc really liked the song, and he's the voice of almost every single Looney Tune. Dude did 1,000 voices. It was crazy. You heard that song from Ninjago? Good. I'm glad they kept it alive. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Wait, you didn't hear it from the little frog with the top hat and the cane? You weren't watching cartoons from the 1950s? Just me? Just me was doing that? You weren't constantly watching 1950s cartoons? I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. Well, why not? Certainly everybody would be watching cartoons made in the 50s and 60s. That must be the case. My grandma showed me Tom and Jerry a lot. She loved it. Yes, exactly. And Tom and Jerry and Hanna-Barbera cartoons. These are you telling me you did what? You didn't watch Yogi Bear? Is that what I'm to understand? You are not well versed in Hey Boo Boo. You never watched Snagglepuss? You weren't a big Snagglepuss fan? Is that what I'm to understand, chatters? Snagglepuss is not your favorite all-time character? Oh, hydrate. For those that don't know, Snagglepuss is the name of the Hanna-Barbera cartoon that's like the pink pink cat. The pink cat who goes, oh, I'm going to my right even. Oh, geez, what's going on even? Oh, well, gee whiz. That's how he talks. Exit stage right even. And his name's Snagglepuss. And that's my favorite thing. I love that that's his name. His name. Oh, I'm not. I'm telling you, you know who Yogi Bear is. There's no way you don't know who Yogi Bear is. And a character on Yogi Bear was Snagglepuss. And Snagglepuss was the bright pink, not panther. He was like a leopard. But he would just go, oh, what's going on even? That's like, he would just add the word even to everything, and he'd be like, oh, well, that's not good even. And he just talk like that. The rest, I'm doubtful. Look it up! You look it up! His name was Snagglepuss! Yeah, that's right, you knew. Die, 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 do it, die, die! Good. He listened. Too many flashbacks here? What do you mean? Oh, Edward, do you know Snagglepuss? Do you know? I'm not crazy. This was a real thing. I didn't traumatize Edward by saying Snagglepuss. Yeah, you can just look it up and he comes up instantly. I don't know why any of you are making this a big deal.
Oh, what a joyful day to frolic and play.
Yeah.
What do you say to that? What do you say to that?
What do you say to that?
Cambodia, or cavorting with a Cambodian. Anything you need. Name it, name it.
Name it. I'll do it. Anything you need. I'm obviously doing a bit more of an over-dramatized version of it, but that's what he sounded like about this character. Good, do it. It's from the same group that had like the dog with the long face. I forget his name right now. Would be like, oh geez, like that guy. I can't do his voice. He was pink and it was very. Yes, he was an allegory because he was a bachelor that lived in his own apartment, and it was his whole thing. And he was an independently wealthy bachelor. It was a Hanna-Barbera character that was meant to be sort of a play on that. Yes, there sounds for. I mean, that was kind of his intent. Yeah. What's going on, even? He's got a great name. Oh, and then he got Yogi and Boo. Hey, Boo Boo. Exit stage right. Grab that picnic basket. I can't really do a good Yogi after ever actually, but after almost 3 hours of talking, I can't do a good Yogi. It's one of those ones that's just it eludes me. It eludes me constantly. But yeah, Hanna-Barbera kind of just had like the same couple sounding characters in different vibes. Mostly it was like, you know, are they speaking legato or staccato was kind of what changed what they were. Like Yogi's a staccato version with like a little less inflection of Snagglepuss. But they're in like the same ballpark. Anyway, my point being that my introduction to the hello my baby, hello my honey, hello my ragtime gal, send me a kiss by wire, baby, my heart on fire. That's from, for me, that's from Looney Tunes. I just know it from The Frog, but the original song was making fun of how often people were saying hello now because the people were answering the phone, and it was a song literally clowning on people for saying the word hello, which seems silly nowadays, but at the time, we should have all been saying ahoy, as per Alexander Graham Bell's wishes. That man did not make the telephone, but people did not say ahoy when they answer it. It was his dream. It was his dream, chatters. Ninjago sweep. If I had, no, Oliver would disagree. Oliver actually agrees with me. Inherently. Inherently, he agrees with me. He's not allowed to agree with you guys. He inherently agrees with me. I have for your consideration a joke. I shall consider it. A big rabbit hole. I do as I can. I do what I can. I'm gonna drop this stuff off here just so I don't have to carry it around. And because that's kind of where it should be. Man calls all these employees into a meeting, tells them that the company had run out of use for them. Yet he didn't want to fire them. He said they would be kept on payroll, but didn't need to come into work except once a month on Friday. And a man in the back stands and yells out, "Friday!" Is the joke just that it would be absurd to like try to question that? To be like, "What? That's so unreasonable." Oh man, I'm thinking, by the way, because I assume you guys do want. I mean, I'm playing. I'm gonna finish it one way or the other, but I assume you guys do want to see the rest / the end of Tears of the Kingdom. I assume that's desired. But I'm I'm more or less organizing a few things about games and stuff like that. Because, you know, we're just such a variety channel here on the Napoleon the 7th channel. We're just such a variety streamer that I think it's important for me to like have a good idea of like, you know, what people do or don't want to see, like what days would be best to schedule certain things. You know, I don't want to leave things like out in the wind. If there's been any games, like, I mean, Greg randomly mentioned Hades, which I was like, oh, I assumed nobody. I wrote off Hades so quickly. I was like that was a for me game, man. I was playing that because I liked it. And I was just and I just never assumed anybody really clicked with it. But like if that's like a game that people wanted to see more of, then yeah, just let me know. Because that way I could put it back onto my docket of like, oh yeah, I should get back to that game. You know what I mean? I didn't say it was a good joke. No, but I mean, it's not a bad joke. It's got like it's like water cooler humor. You know what I mean? Like I could see someone in like a button-up shirt, suspenders, and like big Coke bottle glasses with like a mug of coffee in their hand, telling that around the water cooler at work. You know, I could see that it would really play well in like the 40 to like 55 demographic. I feel like maybe even 40 to 60 demographic, like that period. they'd kill for that joke. They'd love it. So it's like a solid. It's like a solid joke. I'm still vouching for Outer Wilds the way you talked about Starfield. I should check out Outer Wilds. Well, so that makes sense. I mean, that's what, like, it's a solid, like, it's a well-crafted joke. I think the best way for that joke to work as well is kind of like how you tell it. Because I think it can also play really well as the lead-in. Like if it's told with the right kind of inflection, stuff like that. Like if you really let it cook, in a way that's like a man calls his oldest employees into a meeting, he tells a company, you know, it's run out of use for them. But, you know, he likes them. He likes these guys. He worked with them a long, long time. And so he said, you know what? I don't want to fire them. He says, you know, I'm going to keep you guys on payroll. You know, you're going to still get your benefits. You're going to get your retirement package. You're so, like, you've been here for so long. I don't want to be the guy to strip that away from you. And you know, he's trying to really do, like, he's trying to be a good boss for these guys, you know? And they really appreciate it, you know. They're all kind of nodding along. They're really thankful. Oh, thanks, boss. That's so kind of you. That's so nice. Oh, you shouldn't. That's so. Thank you so much. Thanks a million. And so, but then the boss turns around and says, "Yeah, there's only one condition to the whole thing. You know, you're gonna be kept on payroll, but you know, you won't even have to come into work that often because I don't want it to be too many questions to get asked about, like, oh, why are they still in here? I'll tell people, you know, you're consulting, but you'll be kept on. The only condition is, yeah, you're just gonna have to come in, you know, one Friday every couple weeks, and that way we can get some things clarified that way. You know, sound good?" And then you could hear a pin drop before one of them goes, "Friday." Something like that. Like that's also not good. But you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's a good one that could cook well. You know what I mean? Like it's a solid joke. It's got a real good base to it. I don't know what it is. I really like discuss. I don't know. By the way, all I meant by that was just like I like discussing like why a joke works or doesn't work. I just find it very like interesting. Comedy is like a practice. Not that I'm ever gonna be like a comedian or anything like that. I mean, this is as close to anything like that as I'll ever get. Which don't get me wrong, there's absolutely bits that I do on stream. That's so I don't know. There's something about it though. I take a lot of interest in it. I think it's very interesting how you like, especially because like for instance, if I ever wanted to craft a joke for stream in advance, I don't tend to because I kind of like vamping. I really like having the unscripted feel of stream more than I like having the well-crafted joke. But like how I'd even do it, like when you don't have the noise of an audience with you kind of thing, it's also interesting like how you change what you're saying that way and like the inflections you add or don't add. So, you know, there's like a lot of like interesting little elements that kind of go into. Look into Outer Worlds. I promise it's safe. But like big giant spoiler that Nintendo casually spoiled in the trailer for it. You should play it. Yes, do not look into plot. Jesus. Nintendo just like 2 seconds into the trailer. This is the big reveal, guys. Just obliterates you with it. Just absolutely like MJ's just there with the burning eyes like the fish from SpongeBob. My eyes! And Nintendo just flashbangs you with just the instant like, oh, by the way, this is the really important detail. Man, Nintendo's wild, dude. They genuinely are like one of the most unhinged companies when it comes to stuff like that. I swear. I don't know what it is about them either. Like they're just, they don't care, man. They're like, nope, this is how we wanted to present it, so this is what we're doing. Even if there's like a better way to do something for like advertising's sake or anything like that, they're like, nope, not happening. Nope, this is what we wanted to do, so this is how it's gonna be. And they're not letting you put anything else any other way. You know what I mean? Where they have the blurb about the game before going into the trailer, they literally said it there. Oh! Like in one sentence, they have the intro of the game, they spoiled it. Some Nintendo execs like, yeah, but it's not about the story, so it doesn't matter. They're so crazy. There's something about Nintendo, like it's so unhinged as a company. It really is. Like, they're constantly swinging back and forth between like, yes, you can play our games on like streams or whatever, and being like, no, how dare you? How dare you ever consider that you would be allowed to do this? I will end you and your whole family. Do you understand me? I will end your bloodline. And you go, oh, okay, geez, we were chill about this though, like 2 seconds ago. What happened? What changed? Don't worry about it. And you just gotta accept it. You're just like, oh, okay. I guess, sure. Why not? But like, did something change? Like, did I do something? And they just will not communicate with you. They're never gonna tell you. They're not gonna tell you what you did wrong. They just woke up on the wrong side of the bed that day and decided, nope, no more. How dare you ever consider that you would be allowed to play a Nintendo game for other people? No, you're stealing. You're stealing. Oh, man. Like how they treat Smash events. It's so crazy, man. Like I'm not into like Smash events or anything like that, to be honest, but like it's insane that like it's such a community that like is so ravenous, but Nintendo is constantly trying to like suppress it, which is it's bonkers. It blows me away that they're just constantly like, no, stop that. That's not how we want you to enjoy the game. And it's like, what? But why does that matter, Nintendo? Why does it matter what you wanted for them to enjoy the game? They're like, there's one way to enjoy this and only one, and how dare you suggest otherwise? But Nintendo, that doesn't make sense. I think you'd love it, and that's only reinforced by your take on Starfield, but I know we have like 6 other games in the queue. Yeah, like everyone's favorite, Arkham Asylum, that we have to finish someday. I know everybody's been very ravenous for Arkham Asylum, so I'll be sure to get to that one first. Cause everybody really wanted that one to get finished. Everyone's been really big on that one, you know? Oh my god. I think it's just people clamoring. Just absolutely frothing at the mouth, looking for the end of Arkham Asylum. People are like, oh no, Nap, please, I'll never sleep right again if I don't know what happened with Arkham Asylum. Nap, please. Nap, you don't understand. It's all I care about in this world. And I go, geez, guys, I didn't realize this was such like a big thing for you. And you go, yeah, Nap, it's I formed a whole identity around it. You never finished Arkham? No, I think I got to like, I mean, I could finish it easily. I think we're basically, I think we did the Poison Ivy fight, and it's like, it's pretty close to being done. We're like 70-something% of the way there. But no, I was like, eh. Which is the same, because I like it'd be like Arkham City and stuff like that. I feel like Arkham Asylum, well, fun. Arkham City and then Arkham Knight are just, particularly Arkham City is just such like such a not better game, just like a leap forward for that series that was insane. But also I fully recognize that like I have a special place in my heart for those games, but that doesn't mean everybody else would. Oh man. That's kind of what's fun about the balance of stream. I actually like, it's genuinely really enjoyable. It's the same way that like I'd considered in August doing a and I'm not saying I'll never do this. I'd considered and toyed with the idea of like it'd be a nostalgia week, but it would just be me playing through a bunch of games that like I don't even know if chat would be nostalgic for. Like it would be a nostalgic week for me because it's games like I watch people like, I don't know, like Jacksepticeye play through, like and it would just be a series of YouTube videos of like Octodad and like stuff like that, like just really small indie games, and just blast through like 6 of them and just have those all kind of culminate. I mean, I still have to like. I'm still. I have an episode 1 in the can. I just haven't actually like. I haven't actually put it out just because I was like, which is. I probably shouldn't admit this with Edward here. I have episode 1 of God of War like in the can, and I just haven't decided. I haven't decided to like whether or not to like put those forward. You know what I mean? Because I feel so. Oh no! Come on, that's not. I didn't mean that as a dig. Come on. You mean to tell me, or well, like, part of the issue is I know it'll get age restricted. Like it's a very bloody like game. It's so out of the wheelhouse of what I do. I don't know. My YouTube's in like a weird spot. You know what I mean? Like where I'm trying to determine what I want to do with it. I have a lot of plans for it that I think may become, I don't want to talk about too much, but will become self-evident in the coming months. But I don't know. Much with the same of like both streaming and YouTube. I have a lot of big plans for the coming months. I refuse to tell you what they are, but just so I don't get anybody's hopes up on anything specific, because I got a few things cooking. But I don't know. I'm excited. I'm very excited for what's coming down the pipeline, and I hope it's good. I hope you guys will enjoy it too. This summer, some things got derailed, and you know I wasn't able to get some things done that I want to. And I started strong at the beginning of the year, and then things just haven't. You know what I mean? Good sir, age restricted or not, make a nap after dark channel or something. Content or fear, Napoleon. Content or fear. Well, see, that's the thing. Is like a playthrough of God of War 2018 is definitely something I think I want to do. A nostalgic week would probably also just be like literally a new. It would be like a new game every day with like it would be a throwback to like older YouTube things where it's like, you know, the video's like 15 minutes 20 minutes kind of thing. Like I normally do like much longer videos per se. I mean, some are only like 20 minutes. I try to get some down to 20 minutes kind of thing as well, but I don't know. Because I'm not sure. I got a few things in the can that are like more playthroughs type stuff. Some that are edited more like the Minecraft Legends edit that I did, which actually even more so than that one was, is less of a maybe an episode, but more of a I know who I edited. Like I know whose style I emulated editing it, but I don't want to say. I don't want to say in case chatters see it. They go, "This doesn't look like that style at all, Nap. You're an idiot." And I'll go, "Oh, oh." But yeah, there's like a few YouTubers that like that I quite like their editing sound, so I like emulated it or homaged it, I should say, because it's not a one for one at all, but it's. But then at the same time, I'm not sure if I want to do that versus more long form content that I also enjoy doing, but is more like methodical and stuff like that. Because maybe streams are the place that I do gaming, and maybe gaming doesn't have a place on the YouTube channel. I don't know. I think it does. It's hard to say. Edward's out here seething right now. Edward is like, "You mean to tell me that I could have been seen Kratos for how long?" Oh man. Yeah. And then this one. man. I've been dinner with let's see the part. Now I'm distraught. Ooh. I've hit him with a double whammy. I simply hit him with a double whammy. Oh my good gracious. Oh man. Well, here, oh, actually, you know what? You're here for once for this, Edward. Yeah, maybe I can give you some insight into old Ashton for once while you're actually here. I normally only talk, I don't mean to. I just normally only get into information about, like, Ashton, my D&D character, then, like, and it just happens that you're, like, not here. But, it's not like a planned thing. It's not like I'm normally like, oh, good, Edward's not here. Time to talk about my D&D character. I should eat something today. I'll be back. Yes, you should. Don't forget to take your meds, chat. Don't forget to take your meds and eat your food. I mean, I trust you guys. I trust you guys to know how to regulate yourselves. But yes, eating is important. Arguably, one of the most important things you can do. But, anyway, what I was gonna say was, yeah, Ashton's an interesting place where, like, we had helped the mind flare in a city, and that had led to some contention within our group, because, you know, one of the individuals, he's more, less okay with the, voiced that they were less okay with the moral grayness of the situation. They also went behind the party's back and did some things that attempted to sabotage our mission, so Ashton really doesn't trust them anymore, and it's a whole thing. Just because, you know, the group voted one way and they just still decided to do something else. So, like, I'm like, okay, well, for Ashton, that's just kind of like, you're not trusted anymore. You are absolutely, he is not helping you with things that you want to do anymore, like all these other things, you know what I mean? But it did their points raised still gave Ashton enough pause to be like, all right, yeah, maybe we should wipe our hands of this individual because they're a mind flare. And, you know, it is what we did wasn't explicitly evil. We just did a shopping errand for them. We went and found, killed, and brought back a creature they wanted to experiment with. You know, probably, like, well, I could maybe guess they have nefarious ideas and intent behind what they want to do with this creature and its resources. But, you know, we're in the Underdark. The whole campaign's in the Underdark. No one is good down here. The whole place sucks. But anyway, it did still give Ashton pause to be like, oh yeah, I did used to be like a good guy, because, you know, his whole background, he's this acolyte from this one order before he got run through by his would-be, you know, historians would call them really close friends, by his lover of old. That is his whole thing, very dramatic, yada yada yada. But he's in this interesting place now where, like, we were about to leave. We were about to leave this city and head on out and not have to worry about a thing, you know? Gal pals. Yeah, just besties, just gal pals, just, you know, just two peas in a pod. Really good close friends. Long-term, lifelong friends that shared a living quarters together just because of how good friends they were. But anyway, his whole thing with that is that, yeah, he agreed to finally be like, fine, you know what? I can accept we need to go in a different direction. Sure, let's get out of this city, fresh start. Let's not get bogged down. But now we're about to leave, and we were approached. In fairness, we were approached about it. But now this individual now wants to go back and fight the Illithid. They want to go back and fight the Mind Flayer because someone's like, I think they're going to do bad things to the city. You guys should stop them. And I'm like, no, I think not. We're not heroes. We've never been heroes. This whole campaign, we've not been heroes. We're not good. We're not getting paid to do this. And also, we said we're either done with them or we're not. That was the agreement. And so I'm excited to see where Ashton goes with that. Because for Ashton technically owns the ship, and it only takes one person to crew it because it's magical. And so long as you succeed on the Arcana check, you can pilot it all on your own. And he's the one who pays the crew. I mean, sure, the others contribute, but I make a point of putting extra money into all the crew's funds for exactly this purpose. Ashton's like, I want an out always. And I think this might just be it. I think this might just be it. I mean, I don't think it actually will be. I think we will resolve it either way, but just for the sake of, we're friends in real life, and we'll probably resolve it somehow. But he's in a very interesting place because he's also just now getting his magic back. He's now 2 levels into sorcery, which has just been like this really, for lack of a better word, like emotionally complex element for him as a character, because he really thought, like, I've explored a lot of the idea of the mental hurdle that you can get at times from feeling that you were wrongfully feeling that you were ruined or somehow can't be as good as you once were after effectively, like an abusive relationship type deal, or a relationship that ends so badly, or that you we're so codependent, and then they use that against you and then left kind of thing in this way. And so it's a very intensive examination of that, because I think it's a great allegory to be like, oh, he felt he couldn't do magic anymore, because mechanically he couldn't do magic because for the first 7 levels I wanted to level him as a swashbuckler rogue, but then the intent was always after level 7 to have him go back into magic, and that was because for whatever, something was going to re-spark it in him, and he was going to re-find his magic, because he's part of an order that mixed learning the skill of the blade with also sorcery. It would find sorcerers who are naturally gifted with it, and he had assumed he'd kind of lost that. You know what I mean? I'm back and definitely didn't make enough shepherd's pie to feed myself for a week. You made a shepherd's pie that quickly? Wait, you just made a whole... What? Oh my god. Wait, that's sick. That's awesome. But anyway, so yeah, I think Ashton's whole thing... I'm thinking his intent will likely be to start falling back into some of his more acolyte practices, and try to recultivate and learn to heal from kind of that whole issue. It's at the start of this campaign, he was really always constantly on a bender and the like, but he's cleaned up a lot and gotten back to be like, I've slowly let him be, because he has a high intelligence, but I wasn't letting him use it. I was letting, like, he was throwing himself at danger constantly because he didn't exactly want to be around, and he was like, if I go, I go. But now it's getting to a point where I think he can realize that he can be a force for good again, and he's not ruined by the fact of what had happened, and he is not defined by the actions of that other individual. And I don't know, I think it's a very interesting storyline to get to explore. I'm having a lot of fun with it personally, and I think that's one of the most fun elements of D&D is that you can bring in these obviously not every D&D table is like this. I happen to have a group of friends that we've played together for a very long time and are able and comfortable to explore more interest, same way that we can have fights amongst our characters. It's or not fight, but like misgivings between characters, and it doesn't spill out beyond the game. It's a very controlled thing in that way. But yeah, I don't know. It's very fun to get to explore stuff like that. I made it a few days ago, but I've been eating on it. For being a Skane Skilder. Yeah, I know. I was like, how did you make a whole shepherd's pie in 15 minutes? That's crazy. That shouldn't be allowed. But yeah. Also, in fairness, I've pulled into part of this world an allegory that I've used in other... I don't know if I should use so lofty a term as work, but you guys are aware that I've been picking away at writing a thing for a long time, but that thing that I write is that storyline sort of uses magic as an examination of concepts of masculinity and stuff like that in its own world and the like. And I think that's something that Ashton, I think, is a character that is good for exploration of a sort of androgynousness and the like that he brings around, because his life is, he's a very young elf, and elves in this world already are in my DM's world, elves are inherently sort of androgynous because concepts of gender and stuff like that. Well, when you live centuries on your own, like when you just live centuries, those things kind of stop meaning things. You know what I mean? Like maybe for your 200s you identified as she, her, but maybe for your 300s you identified as they, he, or he, they. And like, you know what I mean? Like it shifts because you're alive for centuries, and it's sort of just like about separate things than what humans may otherwise define. Not that humans strictly define one or the other in that world either, just that it's culturally speaking quite different. You know what I mean? Yo, we're back. How do? That was very nice. Well, it's just because it's because I remember I had a long conversation with my DM about it because we were just kind of talking about, like, I wanted to really get to know elf culture and for his world, like what is that like kind of thing. Married to and Ashton. Oh my god. You identify as Mary Kate and Ashley? Oh my god. But yeah, like I just thought that was like a sort of wonderful thing, and he and I kind of worked that out for like just how elves would work. Like when you're that long lived, concepts of like, oh, what kind of clothing do you wear? Like limitations that that a species that only lives a 1 century may put upon itself are very different from what a species that lives multiple centuries would do. And I think it makes sense for I mean, you're also in a world where, you know, like there's orcs and tieflings and, like, you know, it'd be weird to be so limited. I'm going a bit insane, but I'm doing great. How about you? I'm doing fantastic. Not insane. I mean, unless you're counting about Starfield. I'm insane about Starfield. But otherwise, I'm vibing, dude. I hope you're doing all right. But yeah, so just to like kind of close out that was yeah, I just think Ashton's been a wonderful exploration in a few key areas of which is actually funny enough. I ended up totally how it totally informed some relatively recent decisions. Playing through Celeste, I think totally not for the same reasons, not for like a gendered purpose, but that same idea of that internal dialogue of a self-hating kind of element to get through and heal through and understand absolutely came to bear in Ashton's storyline, and I think Celeste really helped me find ways to like articulate that a little better. Because it really was, Ashton's really on like this healing journey for that, where you know, like, I don't know how many of you have ever been in relationships or not, or the like, but there really can be relationships that can be deeply damaging to individuals depending on how they end out, or if like too much trust or faith. And it's not even that, it's just like sometimes people aren't who you think they are and a bunch of other things, and he's just confused. He doesn't exactly understand what happened. He for those that don't know, he was betrayed by his effectively life partner in a way, because the other one was also an elf. It was a drow, but also an elf, so it was like the kind of person that like could have lived just as many centuries as him. And then yeah, he ran him through with a lightning spear, which now why he has Lichtenberg figures all across his kind of chest, stuff like that, and he's scarred up underneath his clothes. They don't look exactly like Lichtenberg figures. They're a bit more raised and a bit more not cartoonishly lightning based, but less faint in the way that they look on like humans, and more like raised. Hey, kids, so long, I haven't been in chat in a while. Just want to say hi, buddy, again. How do? Hopefully you've been well. Hopefully you've been vibing out. Celeste was amazing. It really is such a good game. I think Celeste is probably one of my favorite games on. I mean, I keep saying that about. Funny enough, it keeps being games that that you guys suggest to me, be it like Portal or Undertale, Celeste. Like, these are all games that have just been so like more like a potential drown thing. Read to fight Exilo with a soup ladle. Sick. Oh my god. Oh, and that's the thing, is like he's run into him a few times as well, and my DM, the heinous man that he is, has absolutely just twisted the dagger. Just been we got coffee one week, and he quizzed me for a long time. He's like, So like, let's say you this was like months ago now, but he's like, let's say we ran into him again somehow. Like how does that work out in terms of like if he runs into him alone versus if he runs into him with the person who whispers into Elio's mind or into his ear and kind of is the person who twisted him against Ashton, because Ashton really doesn't know if he can or can't save him, and it was very much like so what happens if he runs into those people and this other oh man, and it was such like, and I was like, I mean, depends on how it works out. And he's like, so like, you know, if they were mean to Ashton, I was like, He's like, if they intentionally knew what to say and just tried to rip you down to your bare bone, would that work? And I was like, Ashton is way too fragile right now to deal with that. So yes, it would absolutely work. So the DM can meet up with you for coffee, but we have to stay oh my god. Like it was straight up, it was like he was on a scale of like, you know, just ooh, Gadget, I'll get you next time, to like Kilgrave from Jessica Jones. Like, how traumatizing is it to re-meet them? I was like, are they with the person who he knows twists them? And he was like, yeah. I was like, who's doing most of the talking? And it's like, oh my god. Once again, I say Nap hates me. What? Why do I hate? Oh my god. Border 1 and 2 were key identifiers of my personality growth, I swear. Oh my god. My DM I've known for years can meet up with me, but you guys can. Oh my sweetie. But no, what I was gonna say was yeah, so because it really was a situation. He played it entirely as a situation of like Elio really didn't say much anything, just affirmed relative, just yes. But there was enough that Ashton was like, wait, but no, he's still in there. I know he's still in there. He must still be in there. I'm not convinced. I can't tell if my DM has made it so, because I don't get to say, like, it's not my character. He can decide what Elio really did or didn't do. Like, I don't know if Elio just got manipulated, is a true believer, thinks he's doing the right thing. No refresher context. MJ, leave him. I'm so confused. Did I miss a message? No. But anyway, yeah, it's like this whole ordeal of exploration that I really enjoy. Well, yeah, actually, Ashton had a total panic attack meltdown from that, actually. Dude was spiraling. It was not good because I got cornered alone. I went back to my room in the inn, and I was cornered alone. It was bad. It was not a good. It was the abuser. The abuser, Ashton's ex, who was turned by that abuser against him, and it was just a messy thing. Oh my god. Because it also involved the spells, like, you know, hold person and exploring, you know, concepts of, like, my DM always, like, they talked to me. They were like, are you comfortable with exploring, like, themes like that helplessness of being back in a room with, and I was like, yeah, we could see that. So, like, yeah, it's just, it's heavy. It's heavy stuff. But I think it made Ashton a more interesting character overall. That was months ago now, but especially because now it's become like this real, like, Ashton having his magic back. I loved the session where I first got that first level up, because it really was because it matched up perfectly with a big fight that we were having where he took a potion of haste. Ashton intentionally has never taken any of the magic items. He's never taken the potions, and he almost never drinks them. If they give them to him, I would use any healing potion he's had. He would give to somebody else. He would keep it on him, but he'd use it on other people because he was just convinced, you know, magic can't work with him anymore. He's broken. Doesn't work. And then some couples have their entire duration. Woof. And so, like, he was convinced, and then the one time in the fight, he's like, I need to. He took the potion of haste. Next, he levels up, gets his magic back. It's part of, like, one, the belief in himself, removing that roadblock to believe the haste would work on him, and two, letting that magic fuel him again, re-sparked it so that he could get it. I got to have this whole session going around because we have a warlock in the group, a cleric, Because he was quite young when it all fell apart, so he wasn't like familiar with himself as a sorcerer really yet. We have a wizard, we have connections to hags and stuff like that. So I got to have this really great like conversation going around to each group. We have a bard, each one to kind of like, and I love putting other players, not on the spot, but like exploring with them, like, what does your magic feel like? You know what I mean? Like what does your magic feel like? Like what is that like? Yeah, so when you like do that, what is that? Like how does that, because he's trying to place what this new feeling in him is. But then also because he's a what do you call it? A runic sorcerer from Tal'Dorei Reborn. He has like I instead of making it so what it's meant to be is like you get runes on your body that like glow with the abilities when you cast spells. But my DM and I have instead decided that instead it's different parts of the Lichtenberg scar figures, like different part of his lightning scars start to glow, and that's what's glowing instead. So it's coming like his magic literally because it's his internal magic is actually pulsing through into his scars, and it's I don't know, it's his allegoric healing of like I didn't even put I went in that room and didn't even put it away. I was too excited to talk about D&D. I had to put the dirt away. But anyway, yeah, it's this allegoric thing of like he's healing, and his magic, what is maybe his scar is now also part of what has made his magic more unique. Saw my ex talking about how they were gonna have the same class as me, and I went into Overdrive to fact check the fact that they weren't in the time slot as me. Not that all equal lightning bolt to the back, but no, I mean that's the thing. I mean, it's meant to be this allegoric examination into that kind of a like of like fear or unease around like people you let in. You know what I mean? People you let into your life. So for lack of a better word, privately kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, yeah, D&D though, we my D&D group particularly has we have a lot of conversations of like, are you cool with this kind of a storyline to explore? Are you not? Like, what themes are you willing to explore? What do you absolutely not want to explore? And if there's a theme that like one person doesn't even want to see at the table, like we just don't do it for anybody. You gotta have your boundaries, man. You gotta be able to like know in storytelling and stuff like that, like where you can and can't go with it. But again, this is just me and my friends' way of playing D&D. Lots of people just play it to like roll dice, hit a thing, be like, hey, I hit it, baba booey, and that's it. You absolutely do not need to like get super deep with characters and stuff like that. It's personally what I really like. I play with like a bunch of like English students, so it's just like we enjoy themes and stuff like that. It's just a lot of fun. Okay, this is Discords, rosters, locations, but I realized take a class at 8 a.m. You're like, they would never wake up for that. Oh my sweet Jesus. Well, I don't really think we're gonna get much more of the road done. I am gonna go make sure I get more of the cows, just because I went through a lot of cows getting this steak, so I do want to be sure that we don't run low on supply. But I'm pretty pleased. We've connected basically that point to that point, and then connected those two up, linked those up, got more of the quartz for the actual palace done. It was solid. It's solid. I just want to be a side character. I run the farm and give cute pass-throughs the adventure treats as they go by. Like, not useful party character. Hey man, that just sounds like you want to be the DM. That literally is just being the DM. That's I want to play the characters that help them on their journey. Like, yeah, you're the DM. The DM plays all the little like innkeepers or random NPCs who give you advice. The amount of people at temples or clerics. There was one character in a one shot, or well, a 5-shot technically, that met at like at a bar, and it was like, you know, there's certainly a place for stuff like that. I don't have any wheat, but I can just go gather some. Maybe they wouldn't. The laziest, weakest baby who survived in college or without accessibility to have a single room, calling them up for homework a wolf. The dirt I have would make a mountain. Is I could team up with a DM and play the NPCs they need. I mean, co-DMing is also a thing. Like that's, it's a lot less common these days, but co-DMing is like a very old practice in D&D. Yeah. I mean, that was like it's honestly it's a really fun thing to do if you can. I've only ever gotten to co-DM once, but it was a blast. Well, didn't mean to do that. Oh man. There may be, by the way, there may be, don't know if there will or won't be. The plan is for City Skylines Friday, I think I mentioned before. Assuming there is one thing that could put a hiccup in that. I'm hoping that I don't have to deal with that, but if there might be something that crops up IRL that I do need to go deal with. But it should be fine. I think I put it to bed, so it should be fine. But there might be, I don't think it'll cancel stream, but it'll depend. But City Skylines is gonna be Friday. I might try to fit in a stream this Wednesday. I'm thinking I might. I'm hopeful to. I mean, you guys have been patiently waiting. In fact, I'm sure I forgot. For the extra stream that was a sub goal that you guys got 2 weeks back, but I've been meaning to get to that. It's just literally been it was meant to be last Wednesday, but then a bunch of other stuff happened. Also, I was a little busy getting set for the year, but alas, extra nap. I know, right? So anyway, my 7-hour Slime Ranch stream. Oh my god, can you imagine? My 17-hour Stardew Valley stream. I mean, actually, real talk. What would be preferable? Like I'm not sure what I would do. I'd watch the heck out of that. Get my knitting. See, I don't know if I just never gave Stardew a chance. Like, I played it the one time and I was like, stupid. But I feel like a lot of people love it, so I don't know. But there's that. I also kind of want to play Starfield for maybe a bit of it. Just because that's a fun time. Slime Rancher, maybe. Which is another kind of chill game. I'm thinking I'll do something maybe different. I don't think I'll do Minecraft. I might do Minecraft. Might do party games, actually. That could be fun. Phasmophobia? Not on your life. Not on your life, buckaroo. I think your attention span is not Stardew quality. What do you mean by that? You say that. I'm literally over 2 years into the same hardcore world. What do you mean? Slime Rancher sounds fun. Yeah, see, we only ever played it once, and I always felt bad because, like, it seemed like it was a pretty fun game. I only ever did it the once because it didn't seem like it had too much interest, and so I was like, oh, okay. Like, and that's the thing. It's something that people aren't interested in, then I don't tend to do it. But yeah, I might do Slime Rancher. It's been a hot minute. It's been almost like a year since we did Slime Rancher, I think, actually. Or has it been over a year? When did we play Slime Rancher? I can't even remember. It might have been over a year ago. It might have been in the summer of 2022. I genuinely can't remember. I feel like it was only a matter of months ago, but it definitely wasn't. Did you export it? I forgot to check. Yep. Yep, totally. Yep. Exported. Yep, I did exactly as you asked. Yep. Don't look. Don't go look now, though. Just look after stream. Oh, man. Anyway, chatters, I'm actually probably gonna wrap up here. It's been chill. It was a nice little chill stream. Goodie, I'll remind you tomorrow. Oh my god. It's been a chill stream though. But thanks so much for coming out, chat. I appreciate it. Don't forget to follow if you're new. Otherwise, I do hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I hope you have a great week. I'll maybe see you Wednesday and hopefully see you Friday. But yeah, I'll probably see you Friday. I will almost guarantee to see you Friday. But anyway, chatters, thanks for the Astro update. It was nice to actually be able to give it to you, Edward. It was nice to actually be able to provide you the update. Oh, man. Anyway, chatters, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Bye, chat. Bye. Bye, chat. Bye. That's it.